Well, here we are live at the Wales National Ice Rink for this big clash of the Titans. We've got the Sheffield Steelers in town versus your hometown Thompson Cardiff Devils. We're ready to go, and tonight your main commentator will be Dave Sims from the Sheffield Steelers.
So Sakatini versus Dudiam, and Dudiam with the face-off win back to run Shuja. Shuja over the red line, chips it in. The Wolves corner, Davidson picks it up. Left-handed shot defence with Davidson behind the goal of Jason Cooknet. Makes a pass to the red line. Shuja comes in, contribution. Davidson on Anderson. The wall bangs one off the boards, can't get it out of the zone. It does come now to the right-hand side, hits the blue line, takes a shot into the glove of Jamie Platt. Darling finishes a hit, and Sakatini and Romano will come in for a little bit of afters. Williams seems to have Sakatini. Dion Darling gets pushed by Sakatini. One of those players, isn't he, Vizio Sakatini, that probably every team loves to have him on the team, and every team tries to keep him on.
Yeah, well, everyone loves to hate Vizio Sakatini. He's one of those little feisty guys. He starts a lot of trouble, but as you notice, when the trouble gets a bit hot, he looks for the bigger boys to come in behind him, and as you see there, a late hit, Saka will throw a few punches and then look for help.
As out then. Face off in the Steelers' defensive zone, change of lines. Mike Perron has actually got some help on that unit tonight with Jared Adams. He'll be assisting Mike Perron. Dave Matsos, the former Belfast Giants, and Perron, can't get a half win. And back to Cousineau in his first touch as a backhand pass down around the boards. Bangs off by Les Milley, who's going to play on the right-hand side of Perron and Andrews and Adams. And certainly having Adams out there up front will add some grit to this Sheffield Steelers second unit. Puck snubbed forward, then Rempel goes to get it, played in Bracknell last year. Cousineau tries to bang one off the boards, goes all the way around, and Steelers get a lucky deflection as Andrews finds Perron, hits the blue line. Andrews has continued to make his run forward, and it bounces, a bobbling puck bounces into Jason Cooknet's goal. And we are exactly 1 minute into this game. It's still 0-0. Don't forget you can text us on 07973 116 195. Basingstoke 0, Nottingham Panthers 1 is a score we hear. Panthers on a bit of a run right now. They've got those games in hand from the time that they spent out in Europe. Third unit's out there right now, and Lefebvre with the face-off loss for the Steelers. John Cullen with a good win. Sample and Ben Bliss will be out there for the Steelers as the puck is bang down the right-hand side. Shuja tries to collect, Rempel's all over him. Matsos tries to have a bit of him as well, but now Lefebvre on the backhand goes all the way around looking for Sample. Sample can't control first time, and the puck is deflected. Matsos gets it forward for Rempel, and Shuja will get there as Darling holds up the oncoming Cardiff Devils player. Bliss tries to make a pass across the blue line. That wasn't as successful. The take gets run by Lefebvre, but Cardiff with possession of the puck down as they break out through the neutral zone. Red line and in by Davidson, but the puck is deflected off the stick of Ron Shuja, and offside is called. As you imagine, start of this game, Shannon, a little bit into it.
Well, lots of action so far. You know, both teams have been digging hard. You know, the pucks went back and forth, and that's what you'd like to see. It's high tempo. There's a bit of hits, as you see earlier. Sakatini had a little go at Darling, so it'll be a gritty game.
Back in the circle, and this time it's young Warren Tate. Good face-off win there, but the puck's back to Cousineau. Cousineau goes to Andrews, who's got his new defensive partner tonight. And the puck's chipped forward into the glove of Cooknet again. Whistle blows as Anderson comes in. How do you think Dave Whistle will play this with his lines? It looks like Rob Stewart is going with 3 lines. Is that what Whistle normally does?
Well, I think you have to nowadays go with 3 lines. You know, you might rotate with 5 defensemen, but you definitely go with 3 forward lines. Obviously, there's a hole in the lineup with Eddie Patterson, so you might see young Manny come out on the ice to do a shift. So he's going to have to pull one of the youngsters in or double shift one player.
He's done that a couple of times, hasn't he? He's double shifted out.
Again, he might double shift the cinnamon on either line. So they'll be putting what you'll really confuse Cardiff, because you'll get a couple of mixed shifts out there where your normal 3 lines set up. You'll end up being Mattos might be out with Sakatini, which he hasn't played with much this season. So we'll see how they settle down.
Here is Vizio Sakatini. We're underway again. Sakatini controls the puck as Christian comes in, intercepted Dudiam, and Dudiam's going to have a wee bit of a chance here, but De Wall, his former teammate. Now Cousineau has got a bullet. He scored 11 of his 17 goals on the power play last season in Las Vegas. Sacratini down the right-hand side, picks a loose puck up, steps inside, fakes, and really haven't got anybody to give it to. Anderson does pretty good work, but Davidson gets a chop off Dudium, but Davidson does excellently as the puck's fired in. Sacratini again tries to get there back door. Davidson with a heavy shot, and it went straight through Kuzalo, and Platt saw it late. Puck back out with the wall. Davidson will take the pass, and the left-handed shot, Davidson gets it. Over his blue line, chips it in. Will icing be called there? Icing is called there. He's a big, strong player, that Davidson, and knowing DeWall from last year, that's a pretty good defensive lineup to have.
Oh, definitely. DeWall did a great job with you guys last year. We were lucky to sneak him out of your organization. But obviously, Rob, the NHLer, he's been very steady. You know, he's not one of those guys that really shines out there, but he does everything right. And he'd be a big loss if Cardiff lose him next week with the state of the NHL position.
Who was that big defenseman you used to have here in Cardiff? He used to go end to end all the time. Old guy, I don't know. Used to play in Peterborough a bit.
He was a legend, that fella. He was a legend.
So they say. Cardiff down the right-hand side with Sacratini, chips it into the corner. As Shannon points at his hanging shirt from the rafters. Becker has it. He joined them halfway through last year. But going back out to Becker. Romanuk's ahead of him, and Romanuk took a little bit of a hit off the play. Good work by Adams. Leaves it for Dion Darling. Darling goes all the way around the boards. Shuja misses out. Millie gets a little bit of it as Adams comes in hard on Burgoyne. Shuja now has a loose puck, and he's got Darling free, and Shuja finds Darling, the Steelers captain, chips it along the boards. Adams just got a little bit of it. Perron runs into Burgoyne. Burgoyne goes over, and Sheffield just winning, out-muscling this unit of the Cardiff Devils. Cardiff physical lineup, but Perron and Adams together, certainly a different state of play to Perron and Cicerello, for example. Different things to the table those two players bring. Romanuk bangs one off the glass through into the neutral zone, picked up by Kuzno. And Kuzno just chips it in, Shuja-esque lob if you're a Sheffield Steelers person, you know what I mean by that. Becker with the long pass, misses, icing call. Dave Whistle takes his teeth out, then has a little bit of a swear and a shout at the linesman. He's trying to explain, but that wasn't icing, and you can never tell a coach, can you?
No, you can never tell. You know, shots on goal so far, it's been pretty level game so far tonight. Both teams have had a couple of opportunities, but not much in the way of scoring opportunities so far this evening.
Cullen in the face-off circle with Dudium, and a face-off win for Cullen, picked up by DeWall, and the left-handed shot brings it out, pass down the centre, gets a lucky bounce, and he comes out to Cullen. Cullen over the red line. Andrews tries to line Cullen up, misses him, and runs into Dudium. Not too smart a move. Sheffield get the puck out through into the neutral zone, again collected by Kirk DeWall, and Wally loses out there to Eric Anderson, but a loose puck bounces, and Andrews tries to find Christian, and this time it's Steelers that give up icing. Don't forget you can text us on 07973 116 185. It's 2-0 to the Nottingham Panthers at the end of the first period. That's from Janet. Thanks for calling us, Janet. Face-off just in front of Jamie Platt's goal, just to his right-hand side. And the face-off win again by Tate, who stripped Dudium there a little bit. Puck though rebounds to Darling behind Platt's goal. Tate comes in on the forecheck, and Shuja now on a backhand pass, which was slightly off. Well, slightly off, it's a mile off. Dudium has to come all the way back behind his own goal. Leaves it for captain Darling. Darling makes a suggestion to Shuja. Tate comes in again. Christian now comes in, and Christian will collect. And he gives it back to Darling. Darling goes to Anderson, who just gets a bit of it, knocks it into the neutral zone. The wall had Dudium all over him, but Tate got back and got back well. Davidson down the middle, tries to hit the red line, doesn't quite get there, and Sheffield can't clear their own defensive zone. Now it's Darling. Darling tries to find Anderson, intercepted by Davidson. Christian gives it back to Anderson, who fires it, kicked away. Shuja now has a chance. Fires one into the shin pads, and there's a 2-on-2 break here with Matzos and Tate. Matzos down the right-hand side. Tate's got the backside of Shudra. Now here comes Phil Hill, takes one. Rebound shot comes out, and it was Warren Tate who had the final bite of the cherry. Phil Hill got the shot in, and that's the first time Cardiff have really got close in on Jamie Platt. Yeah,
it was a good play there. You've seen a little drop pass back to Phil Hill. Phil Hill not really known for his shot. I bet you when the drop pass came down there, hoping it was Vezio Sacratini, but actually Hilly got in there and got a couple of whacks, and Warren Tate a couple of good clean shots on the Sheffield net.
5:39 gone in this one, and Sacratini gets kicked out of the circle with Mike Perroni in the circle as well. This time it's Rush Roman up. And Perron and Roman up, battle away. Puck comes back out to Becker, who fires one. Cousineau thought he got a little bit of it. Full house in Cardiff this evening. Don't forget you joining us courtesy of the Sheffield Steelers lineup, the Sheffield Steelers website, the Cardiff Devils website, the Elite League website, and of course, and most importantly, BBC Radio Sheffield. And man in the house, Seth Bennett, should be here very shortly. He's been to Torquay today. He's on his way to join us for the second and third period. Here's Becker. Becker fires it, bang, straight into the stomach of Jamie Platt. Becker got knocked on his backside by Jared Adams. And face off again, just in front of Platt. If you're in Platt's mask, what is that, about 10 o'clock, isn't it? That's where you're looking, and you'll see the backside of Mike Perron, and you'll see the face of Vizio Sacratini. There's two competitors for you. You wouldn't like to get caught in the middle of those two. And Perron lifts the stick of Sacratini. It looked like it's a win for Sacratini in the circle, but not to be. The linesman called for the face-off to be taken again. These teams, of course, battling for that Elite League Championship. Coventry presently lead the way on 35 points. Cardiff do have a game in hand. Coventry not playing tonight, so this is their game in hand. And a win tonight sends the Cardiff Devils to the top of the Elite League. Sheffield actually could go joint top tonight if they were to win in regulation. But they will have played a couple of 3 games more than both Coventry and Cardiff. Good work by Cousineau. And interesting to see how he gets on in this small building. He'll be playing most of his hockey, of course, in the big rink. But here is Adams, and Adams just tries to cross-ice dump, intercepted by Burgoyne, who banged one off the glass, and it just goes past Andrews. Andrews will try and get in the way of Sacratini. He does. Nice play by, in fact, it wasn't a nice play, it was a shocking play by Perron, who knocked the puck back into his own end, and it was collected by Sacratini. Becker goes out to Davidson, gives it back to Becker, who's looking for Sacratini. Sheffield come off the bench with Sample, and Sacratini didn't see him come off the bench, gave him a bit of a clatter and knocked him onto his backside. Perron looks for Millie, but Millie was on his way for a change. Gavin Farran gets his first shift of the night at the 6:40 mark, and he'll be out there with Sample and Lefebvre. So Ben Bliss is sat down on his backside a little bit. Perhaps a little bit more of a physical presence from Farran. Schuger, dreadful pass, and it went out to Rempel, who really should have done better, but he lost the puck in his skates. Lefebvre comes in to help Schuger out there. But that was a good chance for Nathan Rempel. Schuger just threw the blind pass up the wall there, and Rempel intercepted. Yeah, Ronnie got caught out a little bit there. Good job by Rempel to sneak up in the blue line to keep the puck inside. And obviously lost it in his feet and didn't make much of the play. It looked like a great opportunity that just really went wrong for Nathan Rempel. But he's been a great player for us this season. He's a strong winger, and he's really blended in well. This line, Cullen, Rempel, and Mathos have been outstanding for us. Face-off again just in front of Jamie Platt. Loose puck, they're hacking and chopping. You wouldn't want to be in them shoes right now, would you? Here's Dion Darling, the Sheffield Steelers captain, and he manages to get the puck out to Ron Schuger, who hasn't had the best of opening 5 minutes. Sample down the left-hand side, right-hand shot, chips it into a corner. Goes to get it, Kugner gets there just first, and Lefebvre was on him like a train. Farran comes in and Schuger again misses out, and here's Rempel over the blue line. Fires it, denied by Jamie Platt. Rempel again on the backhand. There's a loose man in front, it's Cullen, he shoots. Good stop by Jamie Platt. Sheffield need to clear the zone, the wall bangs one in. Another chance, and Sample it is that gets it out. And Schuger's error again there, costing the Sheffield Steelers. And a couple of good chances and a couple of very good stops by Jamie Platt. Here's Lefebvre, he's got to go rink wide. He does go rink wide, it's not going to get to Farran, though he does now. Farran should just chip it in and go and get a change. Exactly what he does. Cardiff started to turn the screws on Rob Stewart's men here, as Burgoyne has Phil Hill in front of him, but he goes to the other side, and it's Romanov who just no, it's not Davidson who just chips it in. Can't quite get all the way there, offside called, and Cardiff starting to turn the screws there. 2 good opportunities and 2 good stops by Jamie Platt. Well, just as saying that the line of Cullen, Rempel, and Mathos, they've been outstanding all season. 2 great opportunities there and 2 really good saves. Jamie Platt came up big there for the Steelers. That could have been 1-0 for the Cardiff Devils. It remains 0-0 with 11:59 on the face-off as Dudian wins that face-off, but Becker, who picks up a loose puck, gives it to Burgoyne, hits the bird line, and Andrews just hammers Burgoyne into the boards. Picked up by Christian. Dudian now back to Andrews, and Burgoyne this time goes back after Andrews, and it's always good to see. no quarter asked, no quarter given there as Phillips just tries to chip one behind. Christian's going to go into a corner with him. Elbow comes in from Christian as Sheffield have a chance with Cousineau to clear. They can't, and the loose puck fell right to Phil Hill, and he shoots and scores glove side of Jamie Platt, and at 8 minutes and 28 seconds Cardiff Devils take a deserved 1-0 lead.
Well, a great goal there for Phil Hill. Job well done. That all warmed up with the little battle that Jeff Burgoyne had with Anderson on the boards. As you said there, Dave, it was heating up. Finally, this game is starting to warm up to something. We had 11 minutes and 32 seconds gone in the first, and we've got a 1-0 game for the Cardiff Devils.
Cardiff Devils goal scored by number 18, Phil Hill.
So Phil Hill confirmed as the goal scorer of that opening goal for the Devils.
By number 20, Jonathan Phillips.
And Jonathan Phillips picking up an assist on that goal. 8:28. Phil Hill assisted Jonathan Phillips. And let's see how Sheffield can come back into this one. Becker goes out to Burgoyne, back to Becker, who knocks one aimlessly forward. Icing will be called. 11:05 remaining on that first period.
Well, that's one that'll please Eddie Patterson on the bench, seeing the young British kids come through with his absence and notch the first goal for the Cardiff Devils. So he's watching a bit anxiously. Obviously, he was concerned about what the club are going to do with his injury. He's going to be out now probably till the start of March, so it's a long time. They'll have to fill that hole, but Eddie wants to stay in Cardiff and do his physiotherapy and get back and play for the end of the season.
It's very awkward as well, isn't it, with the registration? Once you deregister a guy, if you're going to re-register him in March, that's kind of after the deadline, and that's a problem Dave Whistle had as Romanuk tries to get his stick into Millie. But Cardiff knocked the puck forward just out of our sight, but collected by Perron on his backhand. Here comes Romanuk. Perron puts the brakes on. Nice pass out to Millie. Millie will clear into the neutral zone, down the right-hand side, hits the red line and rims one in. Cugnet comes out to it, couldn't get there. Adams, who has got it, tried to fed Perron, but the puck comes back to Darling. Darling knocks one forward, loose puck out to Millie, takes a shot, Cugnet with the save. Sacratini tries to clear the zone. I think Millie got a bit of a slash into Sacratini then. Two feisty little characters. There's always an interesting little battle that could be. Romanuk and Sacratini on a two-man forecheck, and all of a sudden Cardiff could have been exposed by the long pass, but Adams and Millie couldn't quite control. Puck collected behind the goal of Cugnet by Kurt Gawal. Lefebvre, Cousineau is out there in Sample. Ben Bliss has got his spot back in favour of Gavin Farrand. Knocked forward in the direction of Romanuk, intercepted by the Steelers, who chip it out into the neutral zone. And Sheffield had a tad of a chance there, but Davison came in and picked off Lefebvre. Cardiff now break with Cullen. Cullen makes a nice little move on Ben Bliss. Hits the red, hits the blue, takes a shot, got deflected, and stick saved by Jamie Platt. Collected by Andrews, bangs one off the boards in the favour of Sample. He can't quite collect, Becker collects it. Instead, he loses out, but Burgoyne has cover. Lefebvre comes in, good two-handed slash on Burgoyne there. He'll know about that one. And no penalties at the moment, but it's not a soft game. Nobody giving, nobody asking. There's good hits and checks in all directions. Puck rim round the boards. Becker goes to collect it on his backhand side as we enter the 9.5-minute stage. Cullen, left-hand shot, cross-ice dump in the favour of Phillips. Dudium's going to get there first, chips it off the board. Can't quite get there out though, and it was John Cullen who had a second bite of it. Here comes JC, as they call him in Sheffield, Jeff Christian, or D'Artagnan, as they call him in Coventry. Back to Anderson. Anderson looks back for Christian. It's Dudium. Schuger was free. Dudium comes round on the backhand side. Back out to Anderson. Fast one. Becker makes the save. Puck's up in the air. Loose puck's out now with Cullen, and he's going to fire one all the way down the rink. Icing not called as Platt makes the save. Darling back out to Anderson. Better from the Sheffield Steelers. Starting to get a bit of a momentum. Dudium down the right-hand side. The wall with the big hip check. Christian comes in on Becker, but it's Cardiff down the left-hand side this time. Gets robbed. It was Davidson who got robbed, and it's Dudium again. Dudium, forehand, backhand, gets hacked back. No penalty to Wall. Christian comes in and a little bit of a check there off the play. Puck out to Anderson. He shoots it. Second bite of the Terry just wide, and there's a battle going on behind the net between Davidson and Dudium. Referee Hicks is looking at it but not calling it. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's still Sheffield, and the Wall is hammering Christian in the back of the net. Christian's big and strong. He holds off. Anderson holds off as well as Becker comes in. Christian gets it out to Schuger. He takes a shot. Deflected Dudium just wide of Cugnet's goal. Dudium comes off for a line change. Now it's the Wall. He tries to fire the puck out. He can't quite do so. Christian's got it, leaves it for Perron. Perron goes round the outside of Matsos. Beats all Sheffield in this little spell. Matsos takes a hit. So Perron just took a hit off Davidson. Now it's Anderson who just tries to get the puck intercepted. Matsos came in. Back out to Cousineau. He shoots, he scores. There was a tip-in, I think, from Christian. And Cousineau, the man playing his first game from Las Vegas, who had 11 out of 17 on the power play, indicating he can shoot the puck. And at 12:21, the Sheffield Steelers get back in this one. It's tied at 1-1, and really that was a great shift from Sheffield. They always looked like they were scoring.
Well, yeah, Sheffield really come at him that shift. You know, I always like that Dudion. He's a strong player. He played well for you guys last season. And Cardiff just couldn't clear the zone. I think Kurt Duwall had a chance to get it out. He didn't clear the blue line, and you know, it was a long shift for the boys. They were tired. Long shot, great deflection. Not much that Cudnick could do about that one. When we got a 1-1 game, that was by far the Sheffield Steelers' best shift of the night.
Eric Anderson also picking up an assist there. So Cousineau picking up an assist just 12 minutes into his first game for the Sheffield Steelers. Excellent shift by Sheffield, getting back. They were being overrun slightly by the Cardiff Devils. Cardiff had the momentum, certainly, in the opening 10 minutes of this first period. Don't forget, if you know any scores from around the league, 07973 116 185. And shoot to us here in Cardiff. Always interesting to know what's going on elsewhere. Basingstoke trailing 2-0 to the Nottingham Panthers, end of the first period. I think that game is in Basingstoke as well. Phillips hard on the forecheck to Andrews, but Andrews gets it out to Adams, and Adams to Millie, and Millie on the backhand runs it round the back of the boards. Cooknett helps it on its way. Romanuk comes in, big hit, Perron, and Perron's trying to get his stick back now, which is inserted into Romanuk. Perron's got it back, and here's Romanuk's chance to repay the favour. Perron takes Romanuk down. Millie misses out on a hit to Hill. Saccatini down the left-hand side. Here's Burgoyne, so it wasn't Hill, it was Burgoyne. Burgoyne on a drop pass. Saccatini tries to give it back to Burgoyne, but Sheffield intercept only as far as Becker takes a shot in, and it hits Platt in the chest, and he couldn't quite catch the rebound. Millie doesn't get it out far enough. Shot comes in again, and it's a goal. It was Becker that shot the puck, and it took a deflection of Jamie Platt's blocker, and I think they may have hit one of the Sheffield Steelers players before ending up in the back of the net. 13-12. It's the Devils that take the lead again, 2-1.
Well, Cardiff responded very well to the bit of pressure Sheffield had. It went straight back the other way, and it was all Cardiff for the last couple of minutes here. With a great couple of shots there from Jason Becker. The first one obviously hit Platt in the chest. The second one, I'm not sure if Platt's seen all of that, but it definitely went off a piece of him and found its way in the back of the net. So with 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the first period, it's 2-1 now for the Cardiff Devils. And back to Dave.
Vizio Saccatini picking that one up. See who picks up the assist, and it was Becker. The shot came in from Becker. I think it hit Platt's blocker, then hit Saccatini, and ended up in the back of the net there. So just to confirm that, 44 picking up the assist. A little bit of afters going on there. Gavin Ferran getting involved with Cooknett. And it's all boiling over. It's all good to see.
Well, we've had a lot of great action here from Jason Cudnett down here, the Cardiff Devil goalie. He's probably the only goalie I've been with the last couple of years. He's had his second fight of the season, so he's pretty active. He goes out there and protects his other players. He's definitely like that extra defenseman you don't see sneaking up on you.
We'll talk about crazy goalies in a second as Dudium gets it out to Schuger. Schuger tries to take the shot, but deflects it off Rempel, who's been very busy opening 15 minutes tonight. Darling's going to take Rempel out of the play, collecting now by Christian. Steelers trailing 2-1. Devils lead this one. Open the scoring. Sheffield equalise. Cardiff back in front. Cooknett out to Davidson. Davidson fires one off the boards. In comes Matsos, but he's back now with Davidson. And the NHLer hits his blue line and makes a nice pass down the right-hand side. Collected Dave Matsos. Matsos gets run by Darling. Schuger collects. Schuger's been a little nervous on the puck opening 15 minutes. Dudium couldn't quite get it out. Now it's with Christian, who's got Anderson just ahead of him. Christian tried to pull one move too many, and it was the impressive Rempel again who intercepted. Davidson back out to the wall, and with now Cousineau. Looks quite a smooth skating defenseman in his first game. Finds Anderson down the right-hand side. Anderson with a pass across the stream there. And Lefebvre was coming in on his backhand, but he just bounced over his stick. And now it's Sample. And Lefebvre just digging in the corner. Becker's there for the Cardiff Devils. Hacking and chopping out to Andrews. Andrews gets it back out to Sample, who puts a nice little move, turns inside, feeds the puck back to Mark Lefebvre. Lefebvre's got Farron in front of him, and it's Farron and Bliss who are taking each other's turns on that third unit. But going into the corner, big hit from Lefebvre, but Brian stood up to it well. But it's Phillips who has Hill in front of him. Phillips hits the red line and just chips the puck in, and Cousineau will go and get it. Cousineau picks it up. Uses that short little stick, Cousineau. Heads up, skating defenseman, where's the half visor? Hits the red line, hits the blue line, but gets taken out of the play by Phil Hill. No penalty called. I think Cousineau was expecting something there. Burgoyne, and the right-hand side goes out to Becker. Becker feeds it down the middle, collected Saccatini, hits the red line, cuts inside. Romanuk had skated offside. Saccatini has to do the 360 and fires one into the corner. Darling got his stick to it and almost deflected it past Jamie Platt. Good work again by Cardiff. They're certainly on top when they can get in that offensive zone. They keep the pressure on Sheffield, and here goes Cullen, but Perron gets it just out as far as to Adams. Penalty coming in. Perron absolutely kills one of the Devils players. Davidson comes in on Perron. All hell breaks loose. The Wall's in there, Shooter's in there, Romanuk's in there, and that all started after a big hit from Mike Perron. Perron hits the Cardiff Devils player, and Davidson came in like a train and took Perron out. Now Davidson and Perron are having a battle.
Well, that was a crazy hit from Perron. You know, you got little John Cullen back to the play. It'll be interesting what the referee calls here. Perron definitely one of those plays as a player, when you stand watching off, you want to jump in and get involved in it. As you see, Rob Davison not at all happy. One of his teammates went down face first into the boards. Yeah, it's a dangerous one, Davey. You got to be careful with that.
Big hit came in from Perron. It was a bad one. And also, it was that part of the rink where the plexiglass ends and the guys were just where the backup goalie stands. Davidson straight in. I would expect to see the back of Perron here, I would have thought.
I would think so. If referee Hicks keeps him in the game here, it'd be surprising, because it was clear that, you know, when a player's his back to the play and another player comes at him, you got to show some consideration and take them out lightly. And Perron, by all means, he came in hard there.
You can always look on the bright side, and you were talking about Kugnit and his 2 fights already. Within about a blink of an eye, he got from his goal to the blue line. I think he fancied his 3rd fight of the year, didn't he?
Oh, I think Kugnit would definitely have been all over that. Now, we can only hope that Johnny Cullen's okay. He's been one of the top players for Cardiff all season, and he'll be a big loss if they lose him. And I'll tell you, that was a big hit and a dirty one. They're the ones that starts wars between. But then again, you got 2 huge clubs battling head to head here. You know, I never like to see that. When I played, it would get me angry, and I definitely would have got involved, and I almost jumped off the commentary bench to get involved right there, because I do not like to see that happen.
Well, Mike Perron seems to be heading towards the penalty box, which means he's not being kicked out of the game, or he doesn't look like he is at the moment. Just down beneath me is Dion Darling and Matsos. Now Jared Adams comes in, and now Davidson and Perron are right down below us, right in the middle of the penalty box. And they're literally inches away. In fact, there was contact made between the two. The referee has got into the penalty boxes now, and he's separating them. And the referee is now telling Davidson to get out of the game. And now they're going again down there. Perron's going for a little bit of it. And I think both of these are going to go. And are they going to get onto the ice at exactly the same time? If Davidson and Perron, it's Davidson who's been kicked out first and foremost, and Perron will not be too far behind him. The penalty boxes here dead close. And as we look down, you saw Davidson making his way across to make contact with Mike Perron. Perron never stood back, and now Saccatini's having a go with Michael Hicks, because I think they think that Perron isn't being kicked out. But it wouldn't surprise me if Perron goes as well, I would have thought, after that.
Well, I'm not sure I'm not sure. You know, if referee Michael Hicks put Perron in the penalty box, I would assume he's not going to kick him out of the game. And I think the reason Davison went out was for going after him when he was in the penalty box. You know, when Cardiff have got a very tight-knit team, when one of their little guys like John Cullen gets hit from behind, your bigger guys are going to jump in, and I'll tell you, this is going to spirit the wars between Cardiff and Sheffield back up again, and it'll be interesting how this game turns from here. Exactly, I tell you, you know, Cardiff not one of the bigger teams, and it looks like Perron is now leaving. Yeah, he's going to go. So I think there's probably, you know, when a referee makes a decision late like that, you know, I think he should have sent him straight down instead of sending him into the box. It obviously stirred things up, and in the end of it all, they ended with one of each out. So we've got Perron and Davison out, so Cardiff will be a little short defensively, and the Steelers lose one of their offensive guys.
It's always been an interesting penalty box, hasn't it, this one here in Cardiff? I've been here on a few occasions where little incidences have happened, and I'm sure you've seen many more.
Well, we lowered the glass a couple years ago just to heat things up down here, so it's one of those ones you sit side by each and there's fans chewing down your neck. It comes with the old rickety building, you know, we love it here. And
did Mike Ware used to get his council tax bill sent there because he spent so long in that place?
Mine arrived there on the odd occasion as well.
Seth Bennett's just joined us. During the evening, Seth, Shannon will keep pointing just above his head to the retired shirt of 35 Shannon Hope. It's only been pointed to several times in the last half an hour. How many speed cameras got you from Torquay? And then you saw Davidson move the Piranha in the glass. It was all happening, and then we were just talking gently, and all of a sudden you saw it all go off down here. This is what it's all about. And this is why people pay 13 quid, isn't it, as well? I know you don't wish to see those late hits, but this is why people pay the 13 quid. They pay for nights. Shannon, Steph and I had the good fortune to be in Coventry last week. What a great night that was. Another full building, a full-on full-blooded, nothing else, nothing given game. And that's what you get in this building when you get two strong teams.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I've had nights out here where you turn up your own building, got every one of the Sheffield Steelers after you over a late hit up in Sheffield. It's part of the game, you know. Cullen just happens to be one of our best players, and it's going to make tempers fly when anyone's hit behind. I know last year you guys lost duty on the playoffs to a high stick. You know, I'm not sure how's his eye now.
His eye's okay now, yeah.
So, you know, very fortunate. You don't like to see those things, but that cost you when you had to go into the playoffs, into the finals, and lose.
Fortunately, we were only playing Nottingham, so it didn't matter, did it?
Well, I'm not going to go there. You see.
That's it. You never used to hit guys late, did you? I never remember seeing that.
Never. No, I was one of the cleanest.
Yeah.
Shannon, do you realise what you got yourself into?
There you are now. 14:28 left. There's a 2-minute penalty on the board. It goes the way of the Cardiff Devils. We'll wait to see. In fact, here they go. So Mike Perron's penalty.
2 minutes for high sticks.
2 for high sticks.
And 5+ game.
5+ game
from behind.
Checking from behind.
And for the Thompson Cardiff Devils, number 5, Robert Davison.
So Rob Davidson's penalty.
Penalty for excessive roughing.
Gets a match penalty for excessive rough play.
39 seconds. That's Sheffield Steelers receives 2 minutes for high sticks.
Where does Andy French live? In Cardiff. Do you honestly think that'll stay? That'll be overturned by about 10:30 tonight, won't it?
Well, really, when you look at that situation, nothing really kicked off in the penalty box, and I think Mike's gone one too far there. I mean, referee's call there. If he wants to take him out of the game, take him out of this game. But he did nothing excessive to get out of there. It was a bad hit on Perron that kicked it off, and in my eye, a bad call. Right?
And the other thing here is always people are paid. Everybody's paid a lot of money to see players play. They don't see, you know, people will go to Sheffield tomorrow. Don't want to see the NHL guy going. So they don't want to see him sat in the press box. They want to see him actually on tomorrow's.
Exactly, and I think if you looked at that situation, you know, Perron five in a game for that. I mean, I think you'd have to agree with me.
Gotta go, yeah.
He's got to go for that, you know. And Davison, okay, a bit of action in the penalty box. Okay, possibly has to go, but it starts with Perron. So if he's going to go, he's going to go. Now Davison, if he has to sit 3 games, out terrible call.
Yeah.
And I don't think you guys in Sheffield would even complain if we went against that.
We'll see the better players play. Just over 4 minutes. Of course, as soon as Shannon takes his headset off, we'll be going, no, terrible call. Yeah. Here's Roman, pulls a nice little move inside as well, gets it out to the left-hand side. Cardiff with possession of the puck. And it's Sheffield actually on the penalty kill. Penalties have turned around now, and it's Matzos. So a big 2 minutes for the Sheffield Steelers. They don't want to concede just before the end of this first period. Darling's battling in the corner there. Dudium's out there as well. And Shuja hasn't had the greatest of first periods. And he's got to be strong in this next 2 or 3 minutes. He's in the tight situation now with Saccatini, but the puck is forced out. Back out to Roman, a cross-ice pass, but it wasn't quite good enough for Burgoyne. Christian came in, splashed the stick, and Sheffield now do clear the puck all the way down the ice. Picked up by Kugnett. You almost saw Kugnett at the red line, Seth, a minute ago. You almost missed that one. 3:21 left, and here goes Burgoyne again. Nice play, gets it out. Oh, it's offside going to be called. Nice play as well by Burgoyne. He skates so well, doesn't he, Shannon?
Oh, Jeff Burgoyne's so smooth, and he, for a little guy, he likes to throw the weight around as well. And oh no, he's been a great signing for us for the last couple of seasons. He carries the puck well, so he's an offensive threat, and defensively, he's as solid as a rock.
Becker and the wall out. It'd be interesting to see what Cardiff do now. They're down to, well, now they've lost their number one defenseman, big, and Darrell Andrews just bangs one high off the glass. Good job it hit the glass, because if he hadn't, he'd have killed about 3 people in row Z. Here's the wall as well. Fakes forehand, goes backhand, but the pass back to him from Becker was not a good one. In fairness, the wall deserved the bad pass back, because his pass to Becker was a shocker. And here's the wall again. He breaks down the left-hand side, hits the red line, cross-ice dump. Phillips goes into the corner. Andrew fades him, just fends him off with his big long reach. Anderson battling in the corner. Eric Anderson, in came Phil Hill, the scorer of the Devils' first goal. Nice play by the Cardiff Devils. Phillips gets it back out to Becker. Andrews is all over them. The puck's loose, and Sheffield finally clear it, but only as far as Becker again. Shot deflected just before it reached Jamie Platt, and now it's Andrews. And Anderson has to go into a corner, expecting a hit to come from Tate, but Anderson clears it all the way down the rink. Penalty cleared. The wall collects. We're into the final 130 seconds of this first period. The wall just circles round Cugnett's goal. Waiting to see what happens, looking for some options. Option down the left-hand side is Becker. Hits the red line. Bangs one in, goes right through the glove of Platt as it bounced. Dudium with a hold-up, Lefebvre on the left-hand side. As Matzos comes in, Darling Gillex. Cross-ice dump, chips it into the corner. Stone's going to get run by Christian, and it's Stone that's going to be getting the extra ice now that Davidson is missing. Becker goes down to the left-hand side, collected by the very impressive Rempel. Rempel gets it out to Matzos, feeds Saccatini. Saccatini bangs one off the boards, connected Rempel again. And not having seen Rempel last year in Bracknell, he didn't realise what a good player he is, and he's certainly impressed in this first period. Christian chips it down the right-hand side to Shuja, gives it back to Christian. Lefebvre's gone to the goal, and that made Kugnett lose the puck. Quick breakout down the left-hand side with Rempel. Rempel, top of the circle, fires it. Good save by Jamie Platt. Just got it with the shoulder. Puck back into Burgoyne again. Oh, it was Phillips, sorry. Loose puck out front. And Sheffield just bang one down through the neutral zone, collected by Stone. Stone goes to Burgoyne. Becker just in front of him. Burgoyne pulls a couple of nice moves as we go into the final minute. Sheffield stand the Devils up on the blue line, but Cousineau, the new signing, loses out to Warren Tate. Tate back to Hill, and Hill will try and dump it in, intercepted by Andrews. Andrews knocks one forward to Anderson. Becker collects and intercepts. Millie hard on, very hard on Jonathan Phillips. Tate tries to keep the cycle going. Phil Hill does well, comes out backhand side looking for Phillips. But Anderson now breaks down the right-hand side. He's got Millie in front of him. Anderson over the red, over the blue. Back out to Millie. Millie fires one. Gets a second bite of the cherry as well. Now the wall just crunches into Eric Anderson. Les Millie has a word with Michael Hicks with 24.3 seconds left on the play. But that was a chance for Les Millie.
Oh, great chance. Sheffield had a good chance there. Millie obviously didn't get as much on that puck as he'd like to have. And looking back up the other way, Rempel had a great chance, and Jamie Platt made 2 great saves early on. So it's end-to-end action here at the Wales National Ice Rink, and I'll tell you what, it's going to warm up, I think, in the second period. You know, and going back to that hit with Perron, you know, these things do happen. Players get pumped up, they get excited. Cutting it back to the play, you have to be careful. You have to know there's guys breathing down your neck. I've had it with Sheffield before. You know, I've had a couple of high sticks at one, and you go, you don't want it to happen. It does happen, and tempers will flare.
Bad save by Goodnett. Back out to Shudra as we're into the dying seconds of this first period with the Devils leading it 2-1. Collected by Sakatini, and I think Vez will just try and find a wall. Yeah, this is the wall. Just rims it all the way around. Collected by Darling. 2 seconds, 1 second, and 2-1 the Cardiff Devils lead this first period. And God love the Basingstoke Bison because they pulled one back against the Nottingham Panthers. Bison 1, Nottingham Panthers 2 after 48 minutes. But just talking through this first period, Shannon, and it was spitting feathers really from the start, wasn't it? And Cardiff taking a deserved lead, and Phil Hill had a chance earlier where he really had failed to pull the trigger. But then, cometh the man, 15 minutes, bang, no, it wasn't 15 minutes, 12 minutes, 21 seconds, got that opening goal for Cardiff.
Yeah, super goal. You know, it's great to see Phil Hill, our young Welsh kids on the board. You know, we do a great job with our junior program down here. It's good to see them come through and stand one in there.
Yeah. Christian back for the Steelers at the end of an excellent shift, and Sheffield deserved on the basis of that shift to let Darling takes a big hit off Becker, roaming up with a loose puck, bangs it off the boards, goes behind Platt's goal. Platt with the stop, Shooter comes in backhand, Sakatini over him, all like the irritating little rat. Sakatini all over Shooter there, icing with the calls, and goes behind the goal of Goodnett. Just 32 seconds gone in the first period. Tell me, Shannon, who would have been happy at the end of the first period? Wiss or his big mate Rob Stewart?
Well, I would have to think right now, with the situation with Cardiff being 3 guys down, I would think Stewart feels, even though he's a goal down in this game, I think he's a little happier. You know, you just took out Cardiff's their top goal scorer in the league, so we'll see how this pans out. But I think Stewart won't be that displeased with only being 1 goal down.
Here's Burgoyne, steps in at the face-off wing, takes a shot onto the shoulder of Platt, who covers up. A message from the Sheffield Steelers forum just come to us on 07973 116 185. Hi Dave, Seth and Shannon, can you say hi to everyone on the Steelers forum? Good luck tonight, Steelers. We've just had one from the Cardiff Devils forum as well. Win saying good luck to the Devils. You should be here, really. You're missing. Only just down the road for you. Cousineau gets it out to Adams. Cousineau playing with Andrews, and Leslie just tries to get a little bit of a sneak onto Burgoyne. Burgoyne taken down by Adams, and a little bit more physical presence on the second unit for the Sheffield Steelers when Perron was out there with Adams. Back out to Burgoyne. Burgoyne tries to pass this time to Phillips. Gets it back out to Sakatini, who's got Adams all over him. Drop pass to Burgoyne. Cousineau now has it. Nice little pass from Cousineau down to the right-hand side. It's Les Millie against Jason Stowe. Those two clash, big hit coming in. Now Burgoyne with Anderson, but Anderson couldn't quite make it count. And now it's Phil Hill down the left-hand side. Gets a big hit off Darling. The Darling only caught a little bit on him. Whistle with a little bit of a smirk. Puck goes all the way out now. Great chance, great shot. Hits the post, Ben Bliss. I thought it was a goal. For all the life of me then, I thought that the pass from Doodian to Bliss, and Bliss's shot was in the back of the net, but it hit the post and came out. Goodnick was beaten at all ends up, and Sheffield will be cursing themselves because Ben Bliss pretty much had an empty net to shoot into. Warren Tate rims it around the board, and Ben Bliss is caught up in a little bit of afters, but what a great chance there for Ben Bliss. Should have levelled it, Shannon.
Well, yeah, again, you know, you got Doodian. He's a great heads-up player. Sees Bliss wide open in the slot, and he was very unfortunate. Actually, the goalie's best friend came in to help him out, Jason Cudnett. The post, as the puck ricocheted off it, and it hit the right side of the post and cleared the zone, and we still have a 2-1 hockey game here.
Panthers fans just texting. I think you should count how many times you say Panthers before you call us obsessed with you. We're back up and running, and Sample's doing some pretty good work along the boards there, but it's Tate this time. He tries to come out with it. Darling hit on Hill, then has a little bit of afters, and another bit of afters as Shudra and Tate are left all alone in front. Doutian tries to pull a move on Becker right in front of the goal, and wasn't the smartest thing in the world, but he finally gets it off the glass. Now Kirk the Wall, the former Sheffield Steelers player. High Flyers still leading Belfast Giants with a text coming in on 07973 116 185. Still leading Belfast by that total 1-0. Platt with the stop. Darling comes in to collect. Wimple just in front of him now. JC Christian gets gets it out of Doody, and he's got the 5 one side of him. Anderson's moved to another unit with the loss of Perron to try and balance out the lines. Andrews, a cross-ice Duncombe shot, picked up Lefebvre. Lefebvre's got Christian just in front of him. Just tries to get a cycle going. The groin just bangs one high off the glass and comes out into centralised territory. Collected by Andrews, given back to Cousineau. He's looked fairly comfortable, the new signing for Sheffield Steelers. Chip pass forward by Christian, looking for Lefebvre. He was held up by a good play from the Rempel. Lefebvre tries to get something going with the groin, but the groin plays a nice little move down the boards. Collected by Andrews on the red line. Backhand pass to Cousineau. Cousineau tries to find Anderson, but Cardiff bang the puck back into Sheffield's end. Cousineau picks it up. What a nice little pass from Cousineau. Out to Anderson. Tries to make the play to Christian. Anderson again gets the cycle going. Christian's out there with the trigger cocked. But circled by Anderson. Out in front, Christian just couldn't quite make contact. And now it's Cardiff's turn with Saccatini seems to be on the ice all through the last 2 or 3 minutes. Comes for a shift now. Christian with the backhand. Clears through neutralised territory. And we've already played 4 minutes of this second period, with Cardiff still leading by 2 goals to 1. A jam-packed sold out Cardiff ice rink here, the Wells National Ice Rink. The sold out signs are up, and Warren Tate tries to take it on his backhand side round Darling. Darling lines him up, gets the stick into him, finishes the hit. Romanuk comes in, tries to get a cycle going. Schuger and Romanuk. Schuger just tries to get a backhand to him, but Millie now has to come in to help out. Finishes a hit off the wall, and the wall goes back with a slash across the pads of Millie. And the wall and Millie are going to hit again, and the wall and Millie hit each other. They left the puck out, and Anderson had a chance of a breakaway, but unfortunately the puck just ran in front of him, and Anderson couldn't quite get there. Platt does good work on a bouncing puck that was behind the net. Romanuk comes in on Schuger. Now Phillips has it, and there's a spare man, was there? It was Becker, but Becker took it on his backhand. Now fires the puck in, and Saccatini and Platt clash. And what a long shift that was. And it's end-to-end stuff still.
Well, it's quite interesting. Nicky Piper just texted me, he's up watching the boxing match tonight, Ricky Hatton fight. I think he's doing some commentating on it. He goes, what's the score? So it's good to see that although Piper's away working, he's interested. I'll text him back. It's again 2-1 for the Cardiff. I think it will be, yes. Very good scrap.
Read this out, say hi to Lauren Hunt. I can't believe they're missing the coverage. Come on the Devils, that's from the Cardiff Devils Forum. A lot of people listening on the internet tonight in Sheffield. 5-2-1 up now, 5-2-1 up against the Belfast Giants. We were floating around tonight on the text messages, we'll talk about it later, about Craighead coming to the Cardiff Devils. I'll ask Shannon Mack about that one in a minute. I haven't heard that one till tonight. There's Rempel. Rempel's done good work all night, and he's got Cousineau all over him. Cousineau actually gets the better of him, then feeds Dudium. Dudium's got Bliss in front of him. Dudium cross-ice dump, finds Sample. Sample turns from the backhand to the forehand, but Stone runs him into the corner. Stone is doing a good job, and in comes Sample and Bliss. They've done fairly good work there, actually. They've kept the puck in deep, but it's going to be the Cardiff Devils who got a chance to get it as Dudium tied it. Dudium loses it. Sample comes in and takes that. That's the hit. Andrews is late for it on the blue line, intercepted by Saccatini. I reckon there's 4 Saccatinis out there. He's out there every shift. Good job by the Goin, who's put blisters riding on his back. Player taken down just down beneath us. It's Sample. Is the penalty going to be caused? Called? No penalty. It's competitive, isn't it? It's hack and chop, whack and chop all night.
Yeah, it's definitely end-to-end action. And as you were talking earlier about Craighead wanting to come to Cardiff, obviously I think there's with the loss of Eddie Patterson, Craighead, I think he's one of those guys at Paul 80. He's one of those high-maintenance guys who likes to seek a lot of attention. And I would probably guess to say that Dave Whistle had words with him in the week, stating his interest. But that's only really, I think, to build up Craighead's ego and get the Nottingham boys back online. And I think he's an awkward guy to deal with, and not really sure if we need that down in Cardiff at the moment.
Schuger collects, Nice pass by Shudra. Lefebvre gets onside, so Anderson just knocks one forward, dumps it into the opposite corner. Lefebvre goes to get it. Lefebvre finishes a check on Romanov. Half play by Darling, gives it to Anderson, and Anderson tries to get something going with a nice pass into Lefebvre. Lefebvre couldn't finish as he got Becker right in his back. Shudra covers Darling, and couldn't better of it, and Darling publishes Phil Hill. It's hard in on Shudra. Sheffield have a good chance to break out on the right-hand side with Anderson. Lovely little feed from Christian. The wall finishes a hit on Anderson, loses his stick in the process. Bit of a chance here now for Rempel, but Platt comes out, covers the puck. Bit of an X-Factor update for you, Seth. I know you watch that kind of thing. Steve just got labelled a fake on the X-Factor judges. They reckon it's wide open. Is it Steve or G4 tonight? What do you reckon?
G4. I don't know anything about X-Factor. I'm usually on the road at this point, you've got to remember that.
Face-off down just to the right-hand side of Platt. 13:07 remaining, second period. Burgoyne with the shot comes in. Cousineau just ducks out of the way, collected by Adams. Adams and Cousineau combined well, and Cousineau rims one off the boards. I've been quite impressed with him on his first game. Not the easiest building to come and play in. Dudium tries to rob Stone. Loose puck came out. Adams couldn't quite collect. Down on the right-hand side now with Phillips and Andrews, and they're going to go into the corner together, and Andrews tries to finish and just slips away at the worst possible moment, but he comes out with the puck and he tries to make a pass and he gets another lucky bounce there, so good bit of fortune for Andrews, finds Adams, chips it into a corner, Millie goes to connect it. Becker gets there just before Les Millie. Adams comes in to help, tries to come out on his backhand side, almost that Perron drive out of a corner. They call for a change as Rempel, right-handed shot down the left wing, tries to step inside Shudra. Shudra's too canny an old dog for that one. Nice play by Dudium, out to Millie. Millie goes for a change as he chips it into a corner. Sample races to get there first. Puck's held up on a little bit of wet ice, and now it's Cardiff that'll come down the right-hand side, but no, intercepted this time by the Sheffield Steelers, and Bliss shoots the puck, and it's kicked away, block aside by Kudnet. Bliss scored a cracker here in the semi-final of the Challenge Cup last year. It'd be nice if he could get another one. Shudra makes a play on Romanov, makes a nice play inside. Nice pass by Shudra. Shudra's woken up all of a sudden, and he makes a play to Sample at the wall. Rob Sample circles, and the big left-handed shot defenseman bangs one off the board in the direction of Romanov, collected by Platt. Romanov comes in on Platt. Shudra and Tate are all out of the play. Becker with a long shot, bit of a 7-iron, and gets deflected high up into the netting here in Cardiff, and it's end-to-end stuff.
Well, it's definitely an end, and you look at both these benches at the moment. It's definitely an end, and you look at both these benches at the moment, and Cardiff obviously short bench. You know, not Sheffield hasn't got their share of injuries as well. So what you'll find is Cinnamon definitely double shifting out here. You see a lot of Vezio Sacratini and Dave Mathos from the Cardiff side, and likewise from the Sheffield players. But still 2-1 in this hockey game, and it's definitely end-to-end, and we'll see what happens here as we're halfway through the second period.
Mark Lefebvre has it in the neutralised territory, skates back. Text coming in asking how John Cullen is. I'll get an update from Shannon in the next break in play. Here's Shudra. Shudra's looking ahead, he's looking for some options. Christian is one option, but Shudra breaks with it. Red line, blue line, chips it in. Lefebvre goes to get it. The wall finishes high with a hand round the throat. No penalty called. And I've got to be honest, even though penalties could have been, another referee could have called 20 minors in this game, but it's much better when it just flows. And Hicks hasn't done a bad job since the error he made on the penalties early doors. Blue line in. Christian tries to feed Anderson. Hacked down, taken down. No penalty called again. And Michael Litch really has lost the whistle in the second period, but it's going both ways. He's obviously, he's recorded the X Factor, hasn't he? He wants to go on to watch it, Uncle Litch. Here's Dudium. Dudium loses out and intercepted by Millie. Millie makes a nice little play and he gets the stick just whacked out of his hand. Big hit comes in from the wall as well. Adams though gets the puck out. Ring wide pass to Andrews. Andrews chips it down forward to Dudium. Dudium's got the wall all over him. Dudium's just shielding the puck with the wall. Has it and fires it into the back of the net. Is the whistle going to be blown? No, Dudium and Romanov are just hacking and chopping in the corner. Dudium comes out, pulls an inside-outside move. And it's Becker who just gets a bit of it. Now a shot comes in from Andrews. Rebounds back out to Andrews. Andrews with a wrist shot, takes it, deflected. Goal, Mark Dudium! And the Sheffield Steelers are back in this one. Oh, Paul Arnold slick internal quick and tell him Dudium scores again. 30 minutes and 6 seconds. It's the Cardiff Devils 2, the Sheffield Steelers 2.
Well, once again, you got the Sheffield Steelers. Cardiff out there looked a lot tired on that play. Just kept the puck inside the blue line. Some hard work again. The chef Martunian again involved in the goal, who actually gets the goal this time. He's definitely one of the key signings for your Sheffield Steelers, and he fires it in as the puck deflects just off Jason Cudnett, drops at his feet, and we've got a 2-2 hockey game here.
Just before I hand over to Seth Bennett, we'll take you through the final 10 minutes. Text just came in. G4 just sang their final song. It was a dedication to Paul Adey. It's called Creep.
David, thank you. Your fascination with rubbish TV never surprises me. Right, face off in the zone. We're tied up. A hockey game on our hands on bbc.co.uk/South Yorkshire, courtesy of BBC Radio Sheffield, the Cardiff Devils and the Sheffield Steelers. As now Cousineau brings the puck away. From right to left go the Sheffield Steelers, the grey and orange away jerseys. Anderson will keep it in the zone. Could be an opportunity to set something going. Andrews drives the net, nearly finds Lefebvre. Now in the left wing corner. Here's Andrews again, round the boards, and Cardiff now can think about bringing the puck away through Nathan Rempel. Huge hit from Lefebvre, and the Steelers get the puck back. Returned down low by Eric Anderson, and now a chance for Jason Stone to bring the puck away from behind Cugnett's net. Out towards Burgoyne, smooth skating through centre house. Well read by Mark Dutium. Now right side, Dutium brings the puck back over the blue line. Still Dutium, he's not got much help at the moment. Ben Bliss will go chasing, Stone's there. And now Dutium could come round and pick the puck up again. Dutium back to the point, shot comes in well wide of the target from Darling. And Shudra retreats to centre ice as Cardiff gone a line change. Sacratini will take a break, he's not had many so far in this game. 2-2, 8:37 remaining in this second period. Remember already John Cullen out of the game, Rob Davison out of the game, and Mike Perron out of the game for different reasons. Perron and Davison kicked out. Cullen off to hospital, Shannon, we understand, to have some checkups on his head.
Well, I dropped down to the Cardiff dressing room between the first and second period, and yes, it looks like Cullen suffered a concussion. He's off to the hospital. They aren't sure. He's got a huge lump in the front of his forehead. Obviously, he's got some stitches required there as well. So it appears that he hit the corner of the boards. So we'll await. I'll have a look down in the second period to see what it is, but it looks like he's definitely just concussed, and hopefully he makes a speedy recovery.
Drop us a text this evening, 07973 116 185. 07973 116 185. Here's Matsos, backhand shot, good save Platt. Matsos wins it again, left wing corner, stolen back by Les Milley, but given away to Becker. Now DeWall off the boards, and Shudra recovers for the Steelers. 2-2 hockey game here. Darling, left side, down the boards. Can Anderson pick up the puck? He can't. Cardiff get it back. Good skill, actually, by Kurt DeWall to bounce it, and now Adams will dump it round the boards again. Not easy to do that, Shannon, is it? Bounce it a couple of times and then baseball swing it.
No, a great bit of skill there by Kurt DeWall. He hit it up a couple of times. Obviously, it's only about 3 inches round by an inch thick, and to have the confidence that just inside your blue line, it even shows even more skill.
An outlet pass from Cousineau. Tried to release Mark Dutium and almost did. That was pretty brave stuff from the new Sheffield Steelers defenseman as Romanuk. He's a powerful player. He's full of strength and full of experience as well on that far side. And playing up front as well, something a little different, and he could come into the zone now. Here's Cousineau. Cousineau blindly turns it back the other way. This should be an icing call. It is. 7:06 remains in this second session. It is the Cardiff Devils 2, the Sheffield Steelers 2. 07973 116 185 is your text number if you want to get through to us this evening.
2 and 3 teams could be top of the Elite League tonight. If Cardiff win, they go top. Sheffield go joint top as well with Coventry not playing if they were to win.
Back to the blue line, here's Burgoyne. Flicks one in, catch a save, Jamie Platt. As Sacratini and Mark Dutium continue there. I don't want to call it a war of words because I don't think you have any option when you play with Vesio Sacratini. Play with him, play against him, play alongside him, play in the next county to him, you're going to get talked at.
No, he definitely likes to chat and he likes to win, so he's a key figure in the Cardiff lineup.
Explain what it's like playing with Sacratini. Is he like that all the time?
He just doesn't stop. I tell you, he's on the bench. He's so emotional, Sacratini. He plays with high emotions. He demands a lot out of his teammates. and likewise out of himself, and he's a key figure in the Cardiff lineup.
Here is Sacratini chipping forward. That could be an icing call. Nope, not given as Platt banks it high off the glass. Lefebvre wins it on the boards. Now here is Dutium, left side, cross the blue line. Lefebvre drives the net. Still Dutium has it, tries to go back door, and Cousineau pinches into the zone. A smooth skating defenseman. Here's a chance for Mark Dutium. Good play though defensively. And now Burgoyne brings it clear. He sets the rush going. Lefebvre's back on D. Sacratini into the zone. Cousineau comes across and cuts it out. And now Jeff Christian for the Steelers will bring it away, who's playing the game at his pace, Jeff Christian, at all times. He's been one of the quality additions to this league since his arrival in mid-September. Now here is a chance. Here's Bliss on the face-off dot. Going to feed it back out front. Nobody home low. And now Sample on the left side, trying to work the puck into the corner. Good, strong work on the boards by Warren Tate to come away with the puck. And now Kirk the Wall up to Matsos. Former Belfast Giant and Bracknell rims it in deep. Darling quickly off the boards because he was under pressure. Kept in the zone by Becker. Shot comes in, blocked Shudra. Can he feed Eric Anderson? Good play, Kirk the Wall to cut that out because that was the bingo pass up the middle. There was an offside that was about to be called as this one's launched in. And like, I want to use a North American expression, shagging flies. That's taken down by Jamie Platt. I'll get you to explain that in a few moments' time.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure where you got that one from. I think that.
Here's Rampel, top of the circle. Shot comes in, not held by Jamie Platt. And now flicked away down the left side. And that will be an icing call.
Bracknell 4, Guildford 2. So a big win for the Bracknell Bees there. And final score in Peterborough 2, Hull 5. Thanks to you for texting those in. 07973 116 185. Get your views on air tonight.
You've heard that expression before, haven't you? It's a baseball term.
It's a baseball term. I'm a hockey player.
Come on, you must have played when you were a kid.
A little. I've been known to throw a little.
Face off left side of Jamie Platt's net. Andrews muscles Sacratini to the ice. Sacratini not happy. He's going to come across. He's going to have a few words with Andrews, and those two go back and forth a little. It's intercepted by Cousineau, who flicks clear. Is this going to be icing? It will be, yes, as it crosses the goal line. 4:51 on the clock. 2-2 goals so far this evening for Cardiff from Phil Hill and Vezio Sacratini. For the Sheffield Steelers, Jeff Christian and Mark Dutium. Who do you fancy at this stage, Shannon?
Well, it's pretty even so far this stage. I'd say the Sheffield Steelers have had the better of the second period. Obviously, Cardiff for very short shifts, so we'll see how much gas is in the tank of Sacratini and
Becker with a shot. Oh, just over the top. Well, I think Jamie Platt maybe was screened on that, or he entirely missed it. I'm not sure which, but it went over the top, fortunately, from his perspective. Here's Adams, right side to Dutium. Into the zone, back to Adams, man over if he can find him. Shot comes in, Adams' second effort into the side netting. Still Adams has it behind the back of the net. Help now coming from Les Milley. Milley, Hill and Adams are all there. Sheffield Steelers going to come away with the puck with Les Milley. He needs some help back door. Milley comes out front, second opportunity just wide. And Les Milley had a golden opportunity to keep the Steelers in the lead, or to put them into the lead, should I say, as Adams is here now. Backhand side, works around the boards. There's Phil Hill, tries to clear the zone. Steelers keep it in again. They've had a half a line change with Lefebvre coming on and replacing Paul Sample. Now Les Milley goes off and it's cleared away by Jamie Platt. But what an opportunity, Shannon Hope, that was for the Sheffield Steelers as they go digging in the corner again. We'll get your thoughts in a moment as the Steelers do dump it out in front. It's going to go all the way around the boards and Shudra collects at centre ice. Shannon.
Well, once again, Cardiff have had trouble clearing their zone, and that's the key tonight to both Sheffield goal scorers. If you're playing defense, you're in a bit of trouble. You got to clear the zone, and we've had a couple of chances that we could not get it out of our end, and they resulted in goals for the Steelers.
Long range shot in on Jamie Platt, had to juggle that. And now Eric Anderson makes a bit of space, cuts back inside, needs some help now from Mark Lefebvre. And Lefebvre dumps around, Cognut will play around the boards. Here's Jeff Christian. Christian wins the puck easily. Now Lefebvre, right wing corner, battling hard. He's got Burgoyne for company. Christian, Steelers try and set the cycle going. Laid off to Darling, Darling round the boards. Now Rempel comes in. Lefebvre may win it round the back of the net. Still Steelers possession. Here's Anderson, nice move from him to make some space. Got a man back on the blue if he can find him. Here's Christian out front, good play defensively by Warren Tate. to come across and steal the puck. Now the Sheffield Steelers will have to get things going again, and good work from Cardiff and Jason Stone to bring it away. Left-handed shot defenseman brings it clear to Burgoyne. Burgoyne into the zone. Bit of space on the right side. Can he go around Anderson? Still Burgoyne on the wraparound. Good save. Jamie Platt, Steelers clear to centre ice. Is this going to be a steal opportunity? It's not. It's breathless stuff. 2:30 remaining. 2-2.
Kalmakov's just scored for Nottingham. They now lead 3-1 in Basingstoke.
Here's Ron Shudra, who's had a much better second period than he had first. Just picked the puck up and it's cleared down the ice. Nearly too many Sheffield Steelers on the ice there. And I assume that's why the icing was waved off by one way or another. No Steeler could touch the puck near the bench area, otherwise it would have been too many men. As Ben Bliss works the right side boards, kicks it out to Dutium. Dutium, oh, he's taken in hard by Kurt DeWalt to the boards, and now Cousineau clears left side. Becker intercepts for Cardiff. Long pass, Phillips nearly gets on the end of it. Sample flicks it clear backhand side. The puck's out of play. Down below us here at the Welsh National Ice Rink. Is that what it's still called?
Still called the Welsh National Ice Rink, yes. This is the Welsh home of ice hockey.
Home of boxing as well.
Yeah,
Shannon's house.
this is my home here.
I feel like we almost should touch the number 35 jersey above our heads before we leave the commentary booth. This is hope.
It's nice. I clean it every night I come in here.
Here are Cardiff flicking cross corner dump into the zone. Phillips chasing hard. Round to Romanuk. Romanuk behind the net. Sacratini can't get the hold of it. Romanuk will watch as Steelers clear to centre ice. Becker, half visor, moves it up towards centre ice, flicks it in high and round the boards. Cousineau to clear for the Steelers. Only as far as the wall. It's neither side has kept hold of the puck for a couple of minutes. As Millie now with a minute to go into the zone. 2-2. Right side taken hard into the boards by Becker. Only as far as Jared Adams though. Moved up onto forward. This is his first game up as a forward with the arrival of Dave Cousineau. Round the boards to Millie. Millie can't get there first. It's a strong hit from Dion Darling. The puck goes down the length of the ice though. 45 seconds to go. Shudra's back. Lefebvre and Rempel come together. Now here's Christian. Dutium with speed into the zone. This spells danger. Dutium couldn't keep hold of the puck, and then there'll be danger the other way as the outlet pass will be too far for Rempel. And just for a moment, there were chances at either end.
Yeah, Dunio again. He's always very dangerous on the puck. Obviously, you got to be careful. He turned it over just inside the Cardiff zone, and I think a good pass there from Davy Mathos on Rempel. A little softer, and you would have seen a break from the Devils. So it's been end-to-end action here both ways, and it's anyone's ball game here with 30 seconds to go here in the second period.
Dave Whistle puffs his cheeks out as Shudra gets the puck. Some space for him, down low towards Christian. Christian will win it left wing corner. Here is Jeff Christian. And then he'll lose out on the puck to Matsos, and Matsos can clear down this right side. Wearing 21 for the Devils, and he dumps around the board to 10 seconds to go as Shudra around towards Anderson. Rempel comes in to try and win the puck. Here's Sacratini, could be one last chance. Sacratini dumps it in. As now Anderson and Rempel are going back and forth. They were quite upset with one another there for a few seconds. Eric Anderson started throwing a couple of cross checks and a couple of hooks and slashes. Not like him to be doing stuff like that. Don't forget, 07973 116 185 is your text phone number. Please do text messages. Let us know where you are this evening, where you're listening to us around the world, around the UK, in this broadcasting association with the BBC and the Elite League. Thoughts on that, Shannon?
Well, it's a 2-2 game. It's pretty fair. I think Sheffield had the better of the play in the second period as they leveled back with Cardiff. Both teams are pretty short benched. It'll be interesting to see what Dave Whistle will have to say to his boys down there. I think he'll be expecting a lot more out of all of them. I think at times like this, when you're short strength, you have to step up a gear, and someone has to step to the plate. We're talking baseball again, and be counted for. So
what's going on down here? Dave Whistle is going not.
welcome back onto the ice tonight's visitors, the Sheffield Steelers.
The Elite League. One of 3 leaders of the Elite League by the close of play tonight. Coventry presently lead the way on 35 points, Cardiff 34, Sheffield 33. So a regulation win for Sheffield sees them go tied with Coventry. A win for the Cardiff Devils will see them go top of the league on their own. Just to confirm scores at the moment, Basingstoke 1, Nottingham 3. Kalmakoff's goal at 48 minutes, giving a bit of breathing space to Paul Adey's team. Award has hit 2 for Belfast in Fife. It's 5-3, Belfast 3. Peterborough have gone down 5-2 at home to Hull. Edinburgh lead Milton Keynes 7-1, and Bracknell have done Guildford 4-2. Those are your scores so far.
Well, going back to that sniper comment that came in through the text message, those of you out in block 12 here, I'm the good-looking guy, so you can pick the other 2 guys out, okay?
We're the 2 fat ones, yeah. Dudium in the face-off circle with Vizio Saccatini. Face-off win, Mark Dudium. And we're tied at 2, folks, and there's a penalty against the Sheffield Steelers that came in at the 20-minute mark. Any idea what happened there, boys? I'd be grateful. I look down and I see Paul Sample in the penalty box. There's a penalty against the Steelers, so we're starting the 3rd period with a 2-minute halfway to the Cardiff Devils. Back out to Becker, left-handed shot, top of the circle. Saccatini skates inside, backhand feed to Wemple. Wemple's surely going to come to Becker. No, he goes to Matsos. Matsos can't quite control, and the puck isn't out of the zone. I thought he wanted to just clear the zone there, not quite. Becker back out to Romanuk. Romanuk just took a second to look, dumped on his backside by Darling. Now Matsos again fakes a shot. Shooter just bangs one off the board. Only as far as Saccatini. And Vez looks for an option. Matsos has got the trigger cocked, and he tries to go forehand backhand, but Dudium and Christian did pretty good work. Christian interception. Dudium just clears the loose puck all the way down the rink. Collected now by Becker. Teams go for a line change, and Becker waits and waits and tries to feed Romanuk. Anderson gets a stick into Romanuk as Cousineau fires one down the ice, collected in his glove by Becker. Long pass up front to Saccatini. Saccatini tries to make something happen, bangs one around the boards. Romanuk into a corner, tries to get it out to Burgoyne. Burgoyne bangs one off the boards, looking in the direction of Saccatini. Romanuk collects. 35 seconds left on the PP. Romanuk still with the loose puck. The Wall's got the trigger cocked as well. Saccatini has it now. Will it come back to Wally? It does. Here is the Wall. Now he shoots it into the legs of Anderson. Anderson on a breakaway. Red line, blue line, backhand shot. And a good shot as well by Cudney. Adams still gets the puck, and Anderson did well to get a loose shot away there. The Wall down the right-hand side looking for a few minutes. Interception from Wemple. Adams gets his stick into him. We don't know what for. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, we're 5 on 5 as Dudium feeds Christian. Christian does a pretty good job. And here comes Sample onto a loose puck, but Tate manages to get it back to Burgoyne. Burgoyne out to Hill. Hill comes inside. Pass from Tate out to the far side. Phillips takes a shot high wide and not so handsome over the glove side of Jamie Platt. 17:47 on the clock. We're still tied at 2, Shannon.
Well, a great job there by Jonathan Phillips. He's been one of our outstanding British kids down here. He's Cardiff born and Cardiff trained, and he's one of the best we've had in many years come out of the Cardiff organisation.
Looks like 5 fires for Belfast 3. Morrison at 37-16. Please say hi to everyone in the Steelers chat room. Very good evening to you in the chat room there. Face-off win by the Sheffield Steelers. Back to Shudra. Shudra comes out on his backhand side. And after a shocking first, Shudra had a pretty good second, and he started pretty well in the 3rd. Edinburgh 8-3 up on Milton Keynes as the five perhaps should have done better. Dudium comes in, now Phil Hill looking forward. Warren Tate goes forehand backhand, goes into a corner now with Darling. Lefebvre gets a stick into Tate, and Dudium will have a chance, and he makes a nice little pass to Lefebvre, but Lefebvre couldn't follow it through. The puck goes back into the defensive zone of the Sheffield Steelers. Collected Shudra, now to Dudium. Dudium on his toes, and he just goes back. Offside call. And when Dudium gets that head of speed up, he's so dangerous, isn't he? He's just like on his toes, just going forward.
Yeah, he's a very intelligent hockey player. I'm surprised Dudium hasn't gone further into the NHL, because I'll tell you, he's got a lot of skill, and he's done very proud for the Sheffield Steelers.
One of the problems for him is that he had concussion problems earlier in his career. That's why he moved over to Europe so early.
Face-off win by Romanuk. Good work by Romanuk. Gets it back to the wall. He gives it out to Becker. Becker down the right-hand side. Looks on this dump. Romanuk goes into the corner. Kuzma goes to get there first. Millie has a little bit of it as well, but it's Anderson down the right-hand side. Anderson takes a long shot, lucky side, high right and answer. A little bit of traffic in front of Cooknet at the moment, and the traffic was Adams as the shot came in from Andrews. Romanuk on a backhand out to Matos. Matos just gets there in time. Sabatini feeds Romanuk, and there's Millie. Stick in between the legs, that could be painful. Here goes Sabatini. Sabatini's got a loose puck. Goes out front to Becker. Oh, and Matos had the trigger cocked, and Becker was who intercepted it. Matos was all ready for the pass. Good work by Millie. Can't quite clear the zone. Becker makes a hash of it. The puck is cleared into neutralised territory. Collected the wall, looking for Sabatini. Down the right-hand side with Sample, over the red line, over the blue line. Deflected puck goes over the goal of Beckett. Hill gets run by Bliss. Nice work from Sample, but Burgoyne is all over him. Sample now finishes a hit, and so does Bliss, and the puck's in Bliss's feet. Now can Sample get his stick to a loose puck? Can't quite do that. Burgoyne was all over him. Now Stone tries to fight through the middle, looking for Tate. Couldn't quite do so, but Bliss made a hash of it, and now Tate has the puck with Hill just in front of him. Hill, the scorer of the first goal, chips one down on the backhand side behind Platt's goal. Puck comes back out. Is it going to come to Stone? They're trying to get it to him on the point. They can't quite do so. Tate's hacking and chopping in there. Good work from Darling and good work from Sample on the Steelers front. But it's a loose puck and he's everywhere at the moment. And Phillips had a snatch at the goal there. Just had a loose puck out front. Trying to get it inside. Couldn't do so. Duchamp, is he going to get pulled down? No penalty called. Rob Stewart's asking for a penalty. Michael Leeds has a called one. There goes McGuire. Takes a shot. Good side by Platt. And then Schuster it was who cleared it. Interception by Rimple. Rimple has got Burgoyne one side of him, Romanuk another. Here's Becker. Becker gets it out to Matson, the former Belfast Giant. Circles, free skating. Gets the puck out to Romanuk. Romanuk's pass though to Christian wasn't a good one. Lefebvre intercepts. Lefebvre tries to get a cycle going with Christian and Anderson. And here is Eric Anderson. Back out to Cousineau. Cousineau goes ring wide to Andrews. It wasn't a great pass by Cousineau to Andrews. Andrews chips one down. Romanuk gets it, clears the zone, only as far as Andrews. Red line, blue line, gets it out to the right-hand side to Christian. Cousineau couldn't quite control. Anderson is back covering, gives it back to Andrews. We're 14:24 left in the third period. Puck trimmed around the boards, over the glass, and a couple of chances both sides there. But
great super end-to-end action here. It's good to see that British line of the Steelers and the Devils going head-to-head. So both coaches are matching up their British talent, which is good to see. And it's been a very level hockey game here. Shots on goal are probably close to equal. We're looking at an 8-8 shots on goal either side in the second period. So it's been end-to-end both ways. And there's lots of action left. There's 14 minutes and 13 to go.
Millie shot saved by Coognet. Got that good wrist shot, hasn't he, Les Millie, and he got it away. Loads of action in front. Dudiam thinks he might have a second bite, and he doesn't quite do so. And Dudiam and Millie causing trouble. Kugnet's lost his stick. Dudiam wants it behind the goal. Dudiam's got it now. Forehand, backhand. What's Dudiam going to do? Tries to feed Schuger, but it was a poor pass out in front. Kugnet now puts his hand on the stick. But there was an opportunity for the Steelers there. A lot of traffic in front of Jason Kugnet.
Well, once again, Dudiam causing havoc down around the Cardiff zone. Cut it without the stick. Great job there by Jason Becker. He's had an outstanding game tonight. I think him and Duval defensively for Cardiff have done a great job. Back the other way, then you're looking at Ron Tudor, the old KG veteran's done well. Darling always a big threat. He's probably one of your biggest hitters out there.
It takes time for Schuger's legs to get going, doesn't it? He needed that first period.
He needs the warm-up.
Dave Whistle almost gets clattered with a puck. Go on, tell me the news.
Just been on the phone with Bob Phillips, the owner of the Cardiff Devils, and he tells me that Jason Cullen has concussion. He's out for a week, had several stitches in his head. He'll be back at the rink in half an hour.
There you go. Get it in first.
Well, that's great news for Cardiff. You know, it's always dangerous when you see those hits from behind, and even the players, the Sheffield Steelers, no matter who it is, you always feel for
big
it.
Shot saved by Kugnet, catches his rebound as well. Sorry to interrupt there, Shannon, but that was a big chance for Darling. Traffic went to the net. Kugnet made a good double save.
Yeah, Cudden had a great view of it there, but again, super shot. Darling going upstairs. Cudden got a piece of it with his glove, enough just to keep it in front of him and covering it up. Face off to the right of him.
Going to say, top job by the British wingers for Sheffield to hold up then, to give Darling time.
5-4, Belfast 3 confirmed at the end of the second. Shot comes in, rebound just in front of Cudden again. And Sheffield Steelers starting to have the better of it in this third period, the opening stages. Behind the goal of Platt here, Shudra. Shudra gets it out to Anderson. Intercepted Sakatini. Sakatini chips it in. Down behind Platt's goal. Platt misses. Matsos comes in. Lefebvre gets there first. Puck goes out to McGowan. Takes a shot. Platt was on his knees and he diverts it just past and around the boards. Picked up by Stone. Bliss on the forecheck. Stone's pass to Matsos is a good one. Chips it into the corner. Collection by Platt. Collected now by Shudra. Shudra down the middle to Ben Bliss. Ben Bliss is going for a Sunday afternoon skate, but he manages to go around Rempel. Hits the red line and chips it in. Christian goes a chasing with Lefebvre. Here's Christian now. Tries to get it out to Lefebvre. Connoisseur is waiting for something. He's out to the back here, but Andrews collects, and Connoisseur just hangs one off the boards. Out to Dudium. He couldn't quite collect. I don't know if the ice is getting a bit choppy, but here's Dudium, puts the brakes on, makes a nice little move. Christian gets it. Christian's looking for an option. He hasn't got one. In the small neutral zone here in Cardiff, and Christian just knocks one forward, chips one forward. High and wide and handsome over the plexiglass. Seth.
Yeah, apologies to try to turn it on the mic. Apologies to everybody that's struggling with the live feed. Obviously, we've got a lot of people listening on the internet tonight, and if you are having difficulties, we're sorry. Basically, servers trying to handle you the best that they can.
Well, that's always a good sign when there's that many listeners out there. We've even had a call in from Vancouver, so they're as far as the west coast of Canada listening in. So good news for the Elite League.
Here's Cousineau again, hits the red line. Playing his first game for the Steelers, as we said. Nice little play by Christian. Shot comes in this time from Lefebvre into the body of Cudnet. Whistle blows, 12-12 remaining in the third period.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a report from hospital on John Cullen. John is suffering from concussion. He has had several stitches and hopefully will only be out for about a week. I'm sure you'll join me in wishing John a very speedy recovery.
Well, some great news over the tannoy there, once again emphasizing the call from the hospital as John Cullen appears to have stitches and he'll be out for, hopefully in Cardiff's favour, he'll be back in the lineup next weekend.
Whistle blows on a nice call, 12:01 remaining, third period. Cardiff fans get behind that PA announcement, and the building raises to another volume level.
Once again, Dave, that brings the temper down on both sides. When you hear a player's not desperately hurt, that does calm it down a bit. So it's going to hopefully take a bit of steam off of that one incident, which I think was probably just a flash mistake from Perron, to hit him from behind. But a high-tempo game, rivals, things are going to happen.
Sakratini comes in hard on Platt as the bouncing puck from Burgoyne just bounced into the mitt of Platt. Platt likes to cover up quickly, doesn't he? He's big on the cover up. Face off just in front of him now. 11:45 remaining, third period. We're still tied at 2. Steelers led early doors. Sorry, no, they didn't. Cardiff led early doors. Steelers came back. Cardiff led again. Steelers came back again. Good work by the Sheffield Steelers here on the road in Cardiff. Les Millie goes chasing the puck of Jason Stones, and Millie finishes a hit on Stone. It's been a few years since those two will have played together, or played against each other. Cardiff breakouts, Burgoyne, and he takes a hit on Cousineau. Cousineau probably got the worst of that. Platt's on the reverse pass, then runs back into the net, and didn't see Romanuk coming down the left-hand side. Anderson, nice pass out to Jared Adams. He takes the shot just wide glove side of Cudnet. Now just down below us, Anderson and Romanuk are battling. Sakratini gets a late one off Adams. Sakratini firstly though has got it to Becker. Becker gets waved back by Dave Whistle. Becker to the wall and a drop pass back to Becker down the right hand side. Now he's Rempel, and Rempel, who's got Dudium all over him, just tries to knock the puck forward into the Steelers defensive zone. Collected in mid-ice territory by Becker. Becker knocks it forward, only as far as Phillips. Phillips now gets it to Tate, who takes a shot into the glove of Jamie Platt. Whistle blows, 10:47 left in the third. And the early momentum Sheffield Steelers had, Shannon, first 5, 6, 7 minutes of the third period. Cardiff now have brought him back.
Yeah, it's nice to see Cardiff come back into this game. You know, with the short bench, you're asking a bit more out of the boys, but with 10 minutes to go in the game, they'll be giving it their all, and we get an exciting finish.
I don't know why Shannon would say it's good to see Cardiff coming back into it, Seth. I didn't feel that way. Sheffield have got to dig deep here. They've got a man advantage in terms of bench size right now. Cardiff's bench, if you just look at it, just 6 or 7 players on there. Ben Bliss goes into a corner and finishes a check on Becker. Sample comes in as well. Dudium rotating to centreman at the moment, the Sheffield Steelers. And here comes Rempel, who really has impressed me today. Rempel feeds the puck out to Jonathan Phillips. Phillips got a bit of it. Platt comes out of his goal a lot, does Jamie Platt. Dudium now picks up behind Platt's goal after good work from Darling in the corner. Dudium's looking for some options. He's a heads-up skater, and good work from Dudium again. Puck just runs off his stick, but Lefebvre gets there. Lefebvre on a bit of a wraparound, but takes a cross-check and a minor coming in. And here is the first minor. Sheffielders take a shot by Christian, rebounds out, shot by Adams, loose puck out front. Lefebvre goal. Sheffield Steelers, no, it's washed out. JC's goal is washed out. And the Sheffield Steelers are furious about that. Christian goes over to Michael Hicks on the delayed. Lefebvre saying he passed it to John Christian, but Michael Hicks is saying no goal. He ruled it out straight away. I don't know why that was, Shannon.
I think what Michael picked up on, because Cardiff were on the delayed penalty, I think Hicksy called it that one of the Cardiff guys did touch the puck that way. Instantly he blows the whistle. So normally you have to have full control over it, and that's in that case there. It's either he lost control of it, one of the Steelers in the crease, but we'll await the.
Are we playing Welsh rules tonight, are we, Shannon? Is that
I think we are.
Yeah, Welsh rules.
You're in our home, so you got to live with our rules.
We're singing Land of Our Fathers next, aren't we? So Sheffield Steelers on the power play. Hey Seth, it's your turn to take us through it. 9:54. Final 10 minutes of regulation to take you there, Seth Bennett.
I'll try. 2-2 then. Steelers on the power play. Dudium in the face-off circle, wins the draw. Here's Cousineau, winds up, fires one. Adams looking for the tip, couldn't get on the end of it. Cousineau to keep in, does ever so well. Another opportunity for the Steelers. They're not going to get there first, and Dave Matsos should clear, but Cousineau's kept it in again. What a play by Dave Cousineau to keep that in the zone. Now it's going to come around the boards again. Steelers keep it in there. Jared Adams takes a hit from Stone. Now around the boards is Dudium. Can he win it behind the net? Steelers trying to overload back there. It's been thrown around the boards by Burgoyne. Steelers with Dudium's going to tie his man up. Now Jeff Christian, can they set this power play going? Here's Burgoyne, man out front is Jared Adams. Christian's trying to get there first. Matsos has done a terrific job penalty killing. Now Burgoyne hacks it clear. Christian can't keep it in, and Matsos will clear down as far as Cousineau. Cousineau forward, into the zone comes Jared Adams, he's offside. And that will be called, will it be delayed? And will it be called intentional?
I don't think they're going to call that intentional. There's too much going on there. So they face off just outside the Cardiff zone. Great bit of work there by Jeff Burgoyne defensively for the Cardiff Devils. Christian did a great job on the point from Sheffield to keep the puck in there several times as Cardiff tried to clear it. And we've got 1:08 left in this penalty.
And a big unit for the Steelers stays out there. Dudium and Christian joined by Anderson, Darling and Shudra. Makes a big difference for the Steelers having two defensemen that handle the puck well. As now it's cleared out of the zone, and now Cardiff can come away. Rempel long-range effort stopped easily by Platt. Short-handed, of course. 50 seconds remain on that penalty. 8:40 remain in the game. Here is Dudium right side into the zone. Men with him. Anderson far side. Round the boards it goes. Given away by Dion Darling. Cleared out by Russ Romanuk. Darling on his own blue line. Sets the offense going again. Here is Anderson into the zone. Has he got a bit of space? Christian, can he get there first? Great play, Dave Matsos, though. Steal the puck, and Becker and Tate could clear out. Tate did a decent job on the boards, shepherding the puck away. And Steelers have to reset with 20 seconds to go. Jeff Christian been out there for the whole of this power play. Christian's given up the puck. This could be real danger for the Steelers. Here is Tate into the zone. Tate not got many options, but what a shift he's had so far. He's managed to kill off tons of this penalty. Now Dudium at the other end, couldn't handle. Did he get a deflection? He didn't. Well, icing call.
Warren Tate for Cardiff has come down here from London last season. He's done a super job. You know, he's one of the, his brother Ashley's one of the better British kids in the country. He always lives in his shadow, but he's a real hard-working forward. Great in the penalty kill. He's been a great asset to this team.
So 2 seconds remain on that penalty. A 2-2 hockey game, 7:56 remaining. 07973 116 185 is the number to text us on this evening as Platt turns one away. Into the corner go Phillips. Phillips sends another one in. High shot, blocker save away. 5-on-5 hockey then as Devils successfully kill off the penalty. De Waal remains out on the ice and he's lurking on the left point. Puck still in that corner. Now the Steelers can't bring it away, but Cardiff have got it again. Good play, Cousineau on Phillips to try and steal that puck as there's a big pick there behind the play with Hill on Cousineau. And the Steelers break right side into the zone through Les Millie, drops it off. Here is Lefebvre. Lefebvre down low, little tip from Adams. And Millie will win it back again. Lefebvre off the boards, looking for Adams again. Adams and De Waal. Adams battling hard, into the corner goes Hill. Big hit, Adams. Adams comes away with the puck, tries to get it back to the point. Shudra won't get there first. What a shift that was as Lefebvre went in hard on Hill again, who's impressed me. I've got to say, I like Phil Hill. He plays with the right kind of attitude. As Burgoyne brings the puck away again. Just flipping high towards centre ice. A la Shudra, who has the puck now. Towards centre ice, won back by Bliss. Anderson into the zone, got options with him. Anderson cuts to the net, where's the puck? There's Ben Bliss, what a save, Cugner. And Bliss had the top of the net to hit, and he succeeded in only catching glove.
Well, a great opportunity there, and then once again, Jason Cudnick come up with a couple of big saves there. Bliss had the whole top of the net if he could only put it up into it. But again, the Cardiff Devil netminder, you want him to come up big after being a couple guys down.
That's 2 chances though Ben Bliss has had in this game to score, just lift the puck up, and twice he's not managed to do so. But Ben Bliss really could have won this one for the Sheffield Steelers.
He's won games before for the Sheffield Steelers. Remember last year, scored a terrific goal as Shudra lobs it in backhand side. Here's Anderson, what a turn by him to create space. But Cardiff have cleared, and now right side with Dave Matsos. He's got Rempel with him, Rempel into the zone. Big play, Dion Darling to get in the way of his man. Then Tate runs the goalie. I don't think he intended to do that, I don't know, but it didn't appear he intended to do that.
No, not at all. Just 6 minutes and 20 seconds left, and of course, the last 3 Sheffield Steelers games have gone into overtime. Steelers winning 3-2 in OT in Basingstoke last Saturday, 3-2 in Coventry on Sunday, and then 2-2 on Wednesday. No winner in overtime. But to be honest, it's going to be hard to pick a winner here. You could almost say you're in overtime now because it's been so tight during this game, but Ben Bliss will be thinking about that opportunity all the way home.
Well, on the bench, is that prone as he watches from the sidelines?
Sorry, what's that? It is Mike Perron.
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong?
No, nothing's wrong.
Okay. Hang on, where's block 12 again?
One of the snipers are lighting him up here right now.
Here is Rempel in his own zone for the Devils, bringing the puck away. Goes towards Matsos. That's a leading pass. There'll be no icing called on this play. It must have taken a deflection as it went into the zone. Shudra kept in Sacratini on the skate. Rempel, right wing corner. Cardiff attacking, offensive zone. Matsos under pressure from Dutian. Dutian will win the puck now. He's got the outlet pass to Christian, who he finds now. Into the zone comes Jeff Christian with a little pass. Lefebvre couldn't bring it down. Now it's Cardiff skate 3-on-2. They need to be quick. Sacratini, right side. He tries to find Matsos, and then into the corner goes Sacratini with Daryl Andrews. Those two have had one hell of a battle all night long. As Christian comes clear again, he's got that sort of lazy style, Jeff Christian, as he comes into the zone, and then he just works over Kurt De Waal as he goes into the corner. Gets a stick into Burgoyne, takes the helmet off Romanuk. He scores absolute havoc in there. Here's Christian, real chance. What a block, Kurt De Waal. It was the play that was going to hurt, but he had to make it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to dive in front of those. Good diving save by De Waal.
Cousineau left side for the Steelers, dump round. Cugner will leave it for Burgoyne behind the back of the net. Devils with 4:46 in a 2-2 hockey game here in the Welsh National Ice Rink. De Waal, big bruise under his left eye, by the way. I don't know what that came from. Would imagine either a Dutian or a Christian elbow, one or the other. Here is Daryl Andrews setting the play up, calming things down for the Steelers. Goes right side. Steelers try and break out. They've got a tough offensive zone, or a neutral zone trap, should I say, to try and work through. Now the big pass up the middle isn't a good one. Becker comes in. Good play defensively, Andrews, as that one clips the sniper in block 11. That went right through the roof. Wow.
I think I always find when, over the years coming to Cardiff, and you found it in Bracknell as well, transition, very quick Cardiff, always. I don't know whether it's because it's the small neutral zone here, but every Cardiff team you've had here over the years, very, very quick, defence to offence. Same in Bracknell, I always used to find it there as well.
Well, what we find as well, Dave Whistle's done a good job recruiting this summer. He went for more speed up front and less on the size, so we got a much quicker team. In this small ice, we are very effective. They can go end to end here very quickly.
Do you still strap the skates on every once in a while, Shannon?
I still strap them on, and by the looks of our injuries right now, I could be out there tomorrow night in Sheffield, so look out for me.
Don't leave me hanging up in the gantry. Oh, good for them. 3:53 remains, 2-2. Face off left side of Jason Cugnut's net. Sacratini against Dutium, two former London Knights. This far side, good hit comes in from Sample. Here's Shudra for the Steelers to Darling in his own zone. Bliss through neutral ice, Ben Bliss. Great hit on Sacratini. I don't think he knew much about that. Sacratini and Bliss then just jaw at one another a little. Here's Sacratini again, nice touch pass to Burgoyne into the zone. Massos driving the net, real chance. Backdoor for Romanuk, puck skipped away from him, and now the Steelers go cross ice. Well intercepted Sacratini. Under a lot of pressure from Sample. Here's Romanuk, great play to try and get the poor pass into a good one. And now the Steelers will just clear up as far as Becker. Becker to Sacratini. Sacratini against Shudra. 3 minutes remain, 2-2 hockey game. Into their own defensive zone go the Devils. Cugnut will leave it. In comes Christian. Christian slashes the goalie, takes the puck, causes havoc. Lefebvre, right wing corner. Can he get there first? Pinching in his Cousineau. That's a big hit in there. The puck comes out. Anderson couldn't control. And it goes length of the ice, and Steelers have to go back. And they'll play it through Jamie Platt on his backhand side. Darrell Andrews goes to Lefebvre. Lefebvre up towards the red line. Soft dump into the corner. No icing will be called. Perhaps should have made more of a play. But that, Shannon, just shows the use of having an offensive-minded defenseman, where Cousineau jumped into the zone for the Steelers there.
Yeah, Cousineau did a good job jumping up. Like any sport, hockey, you can dive up into the play. A good offensive defenseman, they are dangerous. Look at the old Bobby Orr. He was one of the best.
Here is Christian again in the zone. Gets it back to Adams. Adams with a shot wide on the right side of the net. 2 minutes to go here in the Welsh National Ice Rink. A 2-2 hockey game between the Devils and the Steelers. Here is Cousineau again. Makes a move on the blue line, dumps it round. Wasn't the best play, I don't think. And he's up towards centre ice again. Cousineau, hard pass to Shudra. Shudra into the zone, fires one just wide glove side. Hill can try and clear away for Cardiff, and the steam train is going from left to right now, because the Steelers are just cranking it up a notch or two.
Well, I think the Sheffield Steelers have had the better of the third. Obviously, Cardiff short bench. Dave Whistle will be telling the guys, let's get out of this with a 2-2 draw here with 1:43 left. Let's get the 1 point in the bag for either side. It'll keep us ahead of Sheffield, and then hopefully get the extra point in the extra time.
Dutium, Sacratini in the draw again. These two have been going at it all night. Sacratini wins. Burgoyne round his own net, now with speed through his own zone, under a bit of pressure from Adams. Adams takes him out of the play. Now Shudra back. Icing call. Dave Whistle just puts his hands to the side of his body. He says, what's going on?
Oh, I didn't like the sound of that. I mean, it was so close to the red line with a dump in from Burgoyne. It was one of those questionable icings. This late in the game, you don't like to see a face-off in your zone. Sacratini's done a great job of duty on the last two, and with the run of luck, Dudion's due to win one here.
4-4 in 5. Five Flyers 4, Belfast Giants 4. Still playing there.
Burgoyne. Sacratini trying to stretch the game. Shudra's back there for the Steelers. Now Les Milley. He makes a big difference to this Steelers team, Les Milley, as he dumps it in. Jared Adams comes in, shot from Darling, high and wide. Milley's in there. Can he get it to Dutium? Dutium with Adams in the slot. Can he find him? Round the boards again. The Steelers try and set it going. Little touch play from Jared Adams. And is the net off its mooring? I think it is.
I think yes, it just slightly moved off its mooring. Yes, it was an inch, but it all counts down here.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Welsh rules.
Welsh rules, if it moves, it's off.
46 minutes gone in Cardiff, 5-4, Belfast 4.
07973 116 185 is your text phone number. Let us know your thoughts with 1:03 to go, 63 seconds. Are we destined for overtime again? 2-2. Here is Becker out of the zone. Romanuk, 3-on-2 breaking. Romanuk with speed. He's got Andrews ahead of him. Good play by Cousineau then. Steelers can break out right side. Into the zone they come. Here is Dutium. Dutium with a shot. Good save by Cugner. Oh, that was a toughie. Dutium tries to get it out front again. And it's played round the boards. Darrell Andrews will pinch in for the Steelers. Becker could win the puck back. Steelers get another chance. Here's the wall. Clears it away down the ice. Cousineau's there with 30 ticks on the clock. Good outlet pass right side. Into the zone comes Anderson. Anderson feeds it to Christian. Christian needs some help behind the back of the net. Here is the wall. Round it goes again. Burgoyne off the boards. Andrews is there. He's going to have to go backwards as Rempel will bring the puck out of the zone. Andrews comes across. Big hit. Shot comes in. Blocker save. 10 seconds to go. 2-2. Is there going to be one last chance in the zone? Anderson gets it out to Christian. Neutralised. That should just about do it. Maybe one last attack for Cardiff. Burgoyne. Jamie Platt gives you a heart attack when he comes skating out of the net like that. End of 3 periods here. A fully sold out Welsh National Ice Rink is standing and applauding.
Actually, we've just heard that goal in Fife has been disallowed for Belfast, so it's now still Fife Flyers 4, Belfast Giants 3 in Kirkcaldy.
Well,
they're playing Scottish rules up there.
They are definitely playing Scottish rules. If anyone's played up in Kirkcaldy, you'll know that Scottish rules do come into effect more so than here at the Wales National Ice Rink. We're pretty fair, I think, over the years.
Didn't you go like 3 seasons without ever losing a home game? Wasn't there a period when that happened?
Well, yes, but I think that was just down to sheer talent down in South Wales. We had a great bunch of guys back then. Dougie McEwen, Steve Moria, John Lawless, myself. We had the Wall, Jeff Smith in net back then, and we had a couple of great seasons.
Not to mention Big Nicky Chin, he was there at that time for you, wasn't he?
Yeah, he came through, and then we had Stevie Lau come on later on, and no, we had a super time. We had a couple of great big crunch matches with Sheffield, at Wembley, where we both enjoyed a bit of success. Us one year, you came back and hammered us the next year.
We drew a veil over the 12-1. That was one of my proudest moments of following the Sheffield Steelers, that losing massively at Wembley and eventually somebody scored a goal. Everyone stood up, and for about 8 minutes the whole of that end of the arena was singing on Ilkley Morbar Tap. Now only a Yorkshireman can say that, but
didn't he? Scott Neal was like a deflected shot that kind of just looped over Stevie Lyle.
Well, here we go then. Overtime, we'll split it. 2-2, end of 3. What a cracking game of ice hockey this has been. And there'll be more. bbc.co.uk/South Yorkshire. The Elite League website, the Steelers website, the Devils website. Check it out tomorrow night. Shannon and myself will be there at the arena. Why don't you two go down and watch the game?
You know what this is an advert for? And we're talking in a week where more teams are applying to join the Elite League. I don't think the Elite League needs more teams. I think the Elite League needs more games like this between the teams like Cardiff, Sheffield, like the game we saw last week, Coventry, Sheffield, Nottingham, Coventry, Nottingham, Cardiff, Sheffield, Nottingham. I mean, it needs these big games where the big atmospheres come in, where the teams can play like this hard against each other.
Yeah, no, definitely. You need the big names, the big teams playing against each other, and the games have been so competitive this year. It's they've been 1-goal games all around the league. Look at Belfast and Fife tonight. Here where both teams are happy to at least get 1 point out of this, and now we'll see who takes the gamble to go for the second point here with 5 minutes of overtime.
Here's Dave Matsos. Rempel gives it back to Matsos. Rempel goes to collect. Dudium and Schuger out for the Steelers with Christian. Christian's long pass goes the direction of down Darling. Darling gets there first, but excellent work. Was it Burgoyne? It was. And now Dudium comes in. His brother Todd's got 3 assists in Kirkcaldy tonight. Schuger takes a shot. Oh, it came off Darling's skate. And I thought it had beaten Cugnet, but it hadn't. Now Rempel down the right-hand side. I think he's been great for Cardiff tonight. Hits the red, hits the blue. Schuger gets a stick into him, forces him into a corner. Darling and Christian are waiting. Christian picks the puck up behind Platt's goal. Just 35 seconds gone on the 4 and 4, 5 minute overtime session here. Darling's waiting for reinforcements. They come in the way of Cousineau. Impressive debut for David Cousineau. Gets it out to Eric Anderson. Andy hits the red, hits the blue, puts the brakes on, looks for the big G. Jared Adams gets it now. Adams has the wall all over him. Teammates last year. Nice little pick by Anderson. Adams on the backhand trying to get a cycle going. In comes Andrews for the Sheffield Steelers. Adams bursts towards the net. The wall has got him covered. Puck comes all the way back to Cousineau, but misses it. Goes all the way back to Jamie Platt. Platt plays it quickly to Andrews. Andrews steps inside, has a little bit of space, takes a shot, hits the shoulder of Cooknet. I thought that had rebounded out of the rink, but it hasn't. Sacratini. Jason Stone joins the play over the blue line. Has an opportunity. Anderson collects. Anderson with a great little pass to Paul Sample. Sample red line, blue line, takes a shot into the skates and the pads of Becker. Stone tries to get a shot forward as far as Phillips, intercepted Sample, hits the red line. Sample out there with Lefebvre. Those are the 6 forwards for the Steelers anyway. And Sample and Lefebvre do a good job down low on Stone and Becker. But now they've got to get back quickly. It's a 3-on-2 Cardiff Devils break. Becker gets it out to the left-hand side to Hill. Now it's collected by Darling, and now it's a Sheffield Steelers break. As Christian fires one, Christian gets off the bench. Darling fires one off the back of the advertising boards, hits the back of the ring. Back of the netting, comes back out to Burgoyne. Burgoyne gets it out to Matsos, the assistant captain of Cardiff over the red line. Steps inside, intercepted by Shuja. Now it's 2-on-1 Sheffield with Dutium and Christian. Dutium, top of the circle, fires it into the glove of the wall. Now it's back the other way. This is what overtime's all about. It's end-to-end stuff. The ice just opens for Burgoyne. I think he was just that shattered. He just chips it into the corner. Kusler gets it. David comes out now with the puck. Left-handed shot. He looks for Dutium. Dutium grimaces as he puts an extra bit of effort in. He's tired now and he loses the puck. It just bounces off his stick. Dutium, long-range shot into the ankles of Jason Stone. That wouldn't have been easy to take. Christian a little bit of afters with the wall. Stone has it down the left-hand side over the red line. Stone over the blue line. Cross-ice dumping the area of Sacratini. Sacratini's not going to beat Andrews to it, so he turns back. Andrews out to Kuzla, and Kuzla hits the red line. Kuzla gets it to Anderson. Anderson looks shattered. Back out to Kuzla, but he just couldn't get his stick on it. Oh, it was right through the stream as well. But still Cardiff can't clear the zone. It's Adams, but Adams is passing. Comes shot is intercepted by Kirk the Wall. Cousineau picks the puck up, loose puck back out to Shuja. Bangs one off the boards only to the direction of Adams. Anderson's waiting for a loose puck to try and get something going, but the play's all the way back behind Jamie Platt's goal. 1:38 left, Seth. Take us through. No, you want me to go? I'll keep going then. Adams, through to Anderson down the right-hand side, puts the brakes on. Anderson has it. Anderson finds Shuja. He got the winner against Coventry. He fires one into the shoulder of Cognett. And now the puck rebounds back out. And this time it's Phillips. Phillips puts the brakes on. Shuja goes to take him out. Phillips goes round Shuja. Shuja has a second bite of the cherry. In comes Tate with 76 seconds left. Tate gets knocked down to the ground by Darling. Shuja and Phillips are still having a battle royale. They're lying down there at the moment, and neither of them can move. As Darling breaks down the right-hand side, Christian can't quite get there. Burgoyne knocks it forward. Offside try, no line change. Here comes Shuja. He's got it now, and he gives it back out to Christian. Final minute of OT. Christian's waiting. He makes some room. He takes a shot. The puck hits Mark Dutium in the knee. The Cardiff are hanging on at time. Here comes Sheffield again with Cousineau. Cousineau over the blue line. Makes a nice pass out to Dutium. Can Dutium get it to Christian? He can't. It just runs into the neutral zone. Christian looks forward for Cousineau. Cousineau's playing well off the first line centre. And now it's a 2-on-1 Devils break. It's Burgoyne. Burgoyne tries to get the pass across. Cousineau split the pass. What a great play. Now comes Christian. Intercepted Sacratini. Picked up Cousineau. 20 seconds left. Cousineau drops pass now for Andrews. Andrews collected by Christian. What's JC going to do? He knocks it forward, but Becker's loose. Last chance possibly for the Devils. Becker leaves it out. Shuja, outstanding Shuja. On a Matsos challenge. Becker then runs into Andrews. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. What a great game in Cardiff. A 2-2 final score.
Final score, Sheffield Steelers 2.
Seth, Shannon. I don't think any team deserved to lose that game, did they?
No, I don't think so. Both teams give it their all. You know, both teams short-benched. You know, Cardiff will be happy to come out of that with a 2-2 draw with three of their top fellas out. And Dave's, you're huffing here. You're out of breath. What's up?
Was that a 5-minute shift? That was a 5-minute shift.
I think it was a 5-minute shift.
Not a single whistle in the whole of the overtime period. What a cracking game of hockey. And I've got to say, you had a phone call there. I was going to bring it in at the next break in play. Well, this is it. Bob Phillips says Cardiff are top of the league.
Cardiff
to give you some ammo, Shannon.
Actually, the Thompson Cardiff Devils are in top of the league. Got to throw a plug in there for our main sponsors, Thompson Holidays. Get out there, buy some holidays, and get heading to Spain.
English National Ice Hockey League team here against Oxford next Saturday. That's the 18th of December.
On the road, and my God, have they put 3 solid performances in. Only conceding 2 goals in each of those games on the road as well. You know, Rob Stewart brought in David Cousineau and brought him in for a bit of offence, and he picked up an assist in one of the Steelers' early goals, but certainly looks the player as well, played well defensively as well as adding a little bit of offence, Cousineau.
Shannon, you know that play that he made at the end there on the 2-on-1. He went down, realised that he was flopping all over the place. Thought they want you downstairs. Hang on, we'll switch mics here. Shannon Hope disappears down the ladder.
It's 5-3 in 5. 5 Flyers 5, Belfast Giants 3, King at 48 and 52. Thank you for sending those texts through all the way through this evening.
But what a play he made on that 2-on-1. He flopped on the ice, he was headlong, and he realised that he was in a lot of trouble, and he turned around and managed to hook the puck away at the last ditch attempt. And Dave Cousineau is the Sheffield Steelers man of the match.
And deservedly so. Cousineau, great performance, and you'll be able to see David Cousineau in real life at the Sheffield Arena tomorrow evening. 6 o'clock face-off. If you haven't got tickets, 014-256-5606. Cousineau's just learning that in Sheffield, if you win the man of the match, you get every palm and every sweaty glove wiped in your face. And David Cousineau does an outstanding job, and he'll be well pleased. Sheffield now leave the ice. The Steelers fans look best pleased with a good night's work.
And they're applauded off by the Cardiff fans as well.
Coventry will be best pleased as well. Best result for the Coventry players tonight was a tie, so they'll be happy with that. Belfast, of course, are the losers of the night, if you say. You know, losing in Kirkcaldy, that drops them back down. They're still on 30 points, 4 points behind the Sheffield Steelers. Sheffield, of course, now have had one loss in about 10 or 11 games as well.
Shannon's on the mic now downstairs. What's going on there?
From the council. So we're going to have a protest march again when the Coventry team come to town. It's going to be on Saturday the 8th of January.
Shannon's on about a protest march.
You never mentioned it up here.
Oh, we did in the first period. This rink's going to be knocked down before the new one's built, so they're having a protest march to try and make sure the 2 dates coincide. So in a couple of years' time, Shannon thinks they'll be here for another 2 or 3 years yet, though. So
I like this building, I've got to say.
We were talking about it right at the start of the night when the introduction was coming on. You know, that great Devil's disguised one, you know, bang, 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 all the great intros here. And you know what, when you lost the old building in Nottingham, this was really the last of the big, great atmosphere, nasty little atmospheres that you just love, and they say that in the nicest possible way, because when you come here it's spit and vinegar. It's great in the bar afterwards, everything's forgotten, but during the night it really is spit and vinegar. So I hope we're here for another 2 or 3 years at least.
And now they've put the line in for us. Big credit to Bob Phillips for doing that as well.
Top man, Bob, and he's done an excellent job trying to keep all these broadcasts going.
And watch the space on the Elite League website as well. I believe that Nottingham are going to be covering 2 or 3 of their next games, and we're going to be in Sheffield tomorrow night. We're hoping to be throughout the Christmas period down in Coventry as well. Well, a 2-2 hockey game here, the final score. And David, give me your thoughts.
Well, I think I'd have taken 2-2 coming down here tonight. You know, after the performance on Wednesday, I thought we looked tired on Wednesday against London. And Cardiff always play well at home. I think the big incident was the Perron incident early doors. Yes, we lost Perron, but, you know, the Cardiff Devils lost 2 of their players as well, and it'll be interesting to see what the repercussions of that will be.
What about Cousineau? How much does that change the? Does Cote d'Ivoire realise for making these gestures? He can still get kicked out of the game.
Yeah, what's Cote d'Ivoire saying? Is that what you think he does, Kirk?
I hope it's an offer. Well, what about Cousineau though? Because since about August the 15th, I've been saying to you the Sheffield Steelers need to get themselves another defenseman, and you've been telling me no, we need more scoring. Eventually, you succumbed.
I didn't succumb. I still thought we needed more scoring, but you know what Cousineau has done? Almost just as importantly as what Bolingbroke did last year, Cousineau has got us more grit on that second unit because Adams goes up front. And you know, in that first period, there were times when when Mike Perron and Gerard Adams were terrorising the Cardiff Devils defence.
Look, who would want to play against them?
You just wouldn't want to do that. And then, of course, you look for the third player on that line, and it's Les Milley, and he's got a little chainsaw out as well. So that's got the makings of a pretty good second unit, I think.
I think that unit is going to cause a lot of problems.
But you know what the big thing was? The big thing was the first unit again tonight. Eric Anderson, outstanding. JC, I think he's turning into the best player in the league. And Mark Goodwin, in my opinion, simply magical as per normal. That could be the line that turns the Steelers season round. They really put some nice plays out there tonight.
I think Darrell Andrews is quietly becoming Mr. Everything to everybody. He's strong, he's tough, he moves the puck pretty well, and he's got the big shot too.
Curtis Hope has just made it. Curtis Hope? What's his name? Hooper. Curtis Hooper has just made it 5-4 in 5. So Fife hanging on there by 5 goals to 4. There can't be too long left in Kirkcaldy. And can the Fife Flyers do what they did? Did they beat Coventry the other week? No, they beat Nottingham, didn't they? They beat Nottingham last week.